you doing, guys? How you doing, guys? Welcome to the show. I'm going to try do this like they do on BBC News. Uh, my brother's messy clothes are always there. He's always shuffling them, and I keep giving out to him. But how can I give out to him? This is his bloody house, so we can't really give out to him, can we? But anyway, let me fix this camera. There we go. Anyway, I think that's a good camera, Amgo. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this camera from now on. I'll be the other direction, which is better. But welcome to the show. Is episode 17. It's called Where's Man City's Aura? As the kids say nowadays, Aura, where's your aura? Your aura is gone. We're also going to talk about the Champions League. And as I said, from now on, me and all the lovely people who are on this channel, Kelkster, Pitch Points, my close friend, Carl, and the guy I hate the most in my life, Adam, but who keeps coming back. And all the frauds. And big up to Romeo, who's doing the graphics. I don't know if he's going to be, but big up to him. He's the one doing the graphics.
The best way, Patrick, you can describe me is I'm that person that you don't like, but at the same time you can't get rid of.
Yeah. He's
well, we can get rid of you.
He's like that. He's like, you know when you go to the toilet and you try to flush that thing and it's not being flushed. That's what he is.
Whoa.
I'm joking.
Why are you jumping down to that level?
I'm joking. But anyway, we're going to talk about a lot of things. But first of all, we wanted to tell you that this is going to be called True City Fan TV. I wanted to say True City Fans. Then I was like, it's too late. The graphics are gone. But it's fans. We're all fans. This channel doesn't belong to me anymore. It belongs to Carl, Adam, Kelkster. It's always belonged to everybody. It belongs to Mateus. It belongs to Steve. It belongs to Romeo.
Spartacus.
It belongs to Spartacus, J Fresh, Prophet. It belongs to everybody. If you're in the comments and you're interested in joining, let me know. It's going to be an international channel. It's going to welcome everybody, and we're going to be cooking almost every day. Kelkster will have late night shows. There's a new show coming out. It's called The Outsiders, and we're going to launch that show very soon. Don't forget, there's also going to be a new show called Agendas, and we're going to really cook agendas.
Show?
Yeah, you cannot have your... Yeah, you can if you want. But apart from that, let's play this lovely new intro for the Kels and Pat Show episode 7. As I said, we're still having the same slogan. We are the voice of the international City fans, but we are also going to keep on saying where opinions matter. And big up to our man who is in charge of graphics. Big up to you. Go subscribe to his channel, guys. Go subscribe to his channel so that you can also support him. This is my fellow South African friend, and we had him on the channel. I don't know if he's going to join us today. But today, let's talk about, you know what we're going to start off with? Before we talk about Man City's aura, we're going to talk about the Champions League draw. And I'll start with Carl, because Carl is very eager to speak on it. Carl, you've seen the Champions League draw. I'm going to try to find it and bring it here. So what do you think of the games? I'm going to bring them up here in a few minutes. You keep going.
I mean, we'll see what happens with the games. The draw is the draw. I mean, we go to, the Bernabeu. I think we played De Bruyne. Yeah, we played De Bruyne. I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do? I mean, I just, I sent a tweet out about going to the Bernabeu and having Trafford in goal and Rico right back. You got no chance. You got no chance if you play that. If we're not serious.
You don't think we'll play Nunes?
No, he's not going to play Nunes. He doesn't like him. Says the guy says the guy's stupid. He said it himself.
In the midfield, but he seemed to do okay as a right back.
Yeah, he's not going to play. He'll probably not play him. Maybe he calls the player stupid. I mean, your manager calls you stupid. I mean, I lie, Kelly? Did he call him stupid?
I think he said he was just not clever enough to play in the midfield. I believe that was the quote. Definitely saying he's not smart enough in a nice way.
Okay, yeah. So again, right? So if he plays Trafford at the Bernabeu and plays Rico at right back, he got no chance.
Okay,
But
so
he's gonna do
look.
it.
Okay, so let's start
Why
off.
wouldn't
Let's
you put
start.
Ederson? Ederson stays.
We'll
Yeah, then we have
see.
a better chance. But then your right
Isn't
back
even
is
isn't it even
your
a
right back.
50-50? Isn't it a 50-50
Your right.
that Edson is staying? Isn't it 50-50?
I don't even know. And then listen, all I know is that you go and get the players who can play that position that they grew up playing as kids, and they're experts. Hakimi, right back, perfection. Okay, Nuno Mendes, left back. Okay, not the best, but he can carry water. Not playing, Xavi Simons as a right back because he can play midfield. Just not. So for me, I don't have any hope. I don't have any expectation. If he keeps doing what he's doing, no chance. You're not winning anything. It's just the way it is,
Oh, okay, grand.
frankly.
So let's start off. Let's start off with Dortmund. So, how do you see the Dortmund game, Kelkster yourself?
Well, I also support Dortmund, not very heavily, but they're not very good. So we should at home at the Etihad, we should be winning that game.
I don't know, Kelly, because last time we played Dortmund, there was a very close game. The question again is, I mean, look at we played Feyenoord, right? What was it? 3-3, 3-0, and then 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3.
Again, it comes back to
Dortmund have
what
sold most of those players since then.
right, but what is he going to do? What is he going to do? Do we get the genius or the madman? What is he going to do? Is the question. The question is not the players, bruh. The question is what he's going to do. That's it.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, is he going to play Marmoush on the left wing? He's not a winger. He's not. So why'd you buy him?
So you're telling me that
So if he plays Marmoush on the left and then inverts him in behind Holland while Nori pushes forward, would you feel more confident with something like that?
Overthink it too complicated. The game is simple. Simple game. Look at Grimsby Town last night against United, or 2 nights ago. Simple game. Get the ball in the net as quickly as you can, right? Don't have the ball. Keep it as much as you can. That's it. Defend like lions, attack like sharks. That's the game. No, inverting by the winger. I have a false left winger checking inside, resacking the ball back. You're overcomplicated. They just set traps for you. They set traps for you, and then they hit you on the break and score.
I think that's what Marmoush did at Frankfurt and scored like 20 goals before we signed him. He'd kind of tuck in behind Ekitike, and the two of them would just kind of feast.
Yeah, but
so if we did something like that, would you feel more confident or no?
No, absolutely. But he's not going to do that, right? He's not. He's not going to do that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask about this. The trends that I've seen over the past 1 year tells me there's something fundamentally wrong that needs to change in structure because you've been figured out. Something needs to change in structure because they figured it out. They figured it out. Tottenham exposed it. They figured it out.
Yep.
Al Hilal figured it out. Tottenham 4-0 figured it out. Liverpool 2-0 figured it out. United figured it out. Crystal Palace figured it out. Am I lying, guys? I mean, seriously, help me out.
No, you're not, because I said the same thing.
There's a lot of Kool-Aid by the fan base around. A ton of Kool-Aid. And nobody's saying, what the hell is going on? Okay, they said, okay, one season is bad. Okay, fine. Then explain Tottenham. Explain Al Hilal. That's not this season.
That is true. So you're telling me that, okay, so let's be positive and happy for a minute. So you're telling me that you don't see a way that if something changes, certain things are tweaked, we can do it. Let's say for instance he decides to say, I will put Kusanov as a right back, so that maybe we have got a bit of pace, and Nori can be free to attack, and then I have the three at the back. Whenever we get attacked, we can have Kusanov. Is that going to be a solution?
That's a solution, absolutely. But then Kusanov can't invert and overload the center of the midfield. Only one person can do so. Halfway through.
I think you could get away with it if one of your someone like Stones or Vardial was playing as a center back. They could invert, and then you could just leave the back two kind of be the back two. Diaz and Kusanov. Those are your two best defenders, like pace and power.
Kelly, I agree. Kelly, 100%. That's what we did in the treble season, right? One of the center backs inverted the midfield with Akanji or Stones, and we got control. But we had Kyle Walker in the recovery runs. Don't forget, Kyle Walker was Mr. Recovery. Right? Vinny locked him up. No chance. And they had Bernardo working like a dog. You had De Bruyne working like a dog. We had that balance in the midfield with now Stones inverts to make the overload in the middle of the field. But now you have Rico Lewis coming from right back inside. Right? Then we had 4 center backs playing. 4 center backs. We had Ake, Diaz, Stones, Akanji.
And also Kanji.
4 of them.
I think Rico's going to be a start in our best 11. I don't.
Oh, yeah, give
I
him
think
5-year
he
contract.
will. I
Give
think
him
he
a
For
will.
what? I don't
think he
he's in our
wants
best
him.
11.
I think
He'll
he
be
wants
benched
him.
soon.
I think he definitely wants him in that. And you know what? The solution is simple. It's Kusanov as a right back, and you have the back 3. And if you want to have a free, do you know what? Let me even give him another solution. If he really wants Rico Lewis in this team, shift him to the left, Carl, isn't it? But have Kusanov and Diaz and Stones sitting back, and Kusanov will be able to save us. Tell Lewis to do the rubbish you want him to do, as long as you've got an insurance. But he can't do it. Yeah.
Patrick, the honest truth, that kid is not good enough for the first team. I keep saying
He's
this
not.
thing.
He's not. He's not.
He's
He's not.
not.
Even Big Steve said it on his channel.
He's not good enough for the
Rico Lewis
first
is
team. We
not
keep
good
saying
enough,
this. Let this boy go out and loan to Forest or Palace.
Forrest wanted
He's
to
not-
buy him.
Yeah, let him. He's not good enough for it, and he's going to be slandered all his career because he's not good enough for the first team. He's not. Nico O'Reilly is better for a left back than Rico Lewis.
Yeah,
Because
I'd
he's
rather
stronger.
see Nico O'Reilly in there. I'm
Yeah.
shocked he didn't come on Saturday against Spurs.
That's what I'm talking. Yeah. I mean, clearly his physicality, his pace, his power can match Spurs' midfield. He won't get bullied off the ball. Nobody's bullied Nico O'Reilly off the ball, like shoved him off the ball. He's tough. He's strong.
Nobody's
little
bullying
soft, though.
Kusanov off the ball too.
Nobody's doing that. It's this idea about overloading century, have control with the boy. He can play tiki taka. The boy's getting exposed.
Do you think we'll do that when Rodri's back, or do you think we're kind of doing it to compensate for Nico Gonzalez's lack of experience?
Who's going to play right back for us right now?
I'm guessing Nunes.
Doesn't like
But
Nunes.
I think it's poor that the club didn't get a right back. I agree with you on that. I don't know why we didn't buy a right back.
Because you have Rico Lewis.
I don't see Rico playing. No, I don't think it's that. I think they know the one they want, and I think they just can't get him this window.
Nah, that's poor though. You're telling me there's no right back in the whole world that you can get from all your multi-club models across the whole world, but all the clubs in the world. There's no right back that can play right back defensively for City. None.
I think there is. I think it's just a matter of that they were not prepared. I think they were putting all their eggs in one basket.
Livermento's the guy.
If your scouts cannot find you a right back in the whole world.
I think Carl is gone there for a minute.
I think his connection is gone.
Yeah, his connection is gone. I'm gonna go to the comments.
Vader has a question that we should answer.
Yeah, but you wanna go to the comments like from the start? You might as well do the comments as we're waiting for Carl.
That's quite.
Then we'll go to Vader's question at the end.
I'm here.
No, Carl, just let her do the comments. Yeah. Just pick comments.
I'll just go through them. Keep talking, Carl. Just keep talking.
Nah, read a few.
Go ahead, pick some comments.
Let him drink water.
What do you think of this one? Apart from Madrid, we got an okay draw. What do you think of that, Carl? Should be beating those other teams, but
it depends on what the match is. We've seen Feyenoord come back from 3-0 down to 3-3. You ain't okay. We ain't okay until the manager does the right thing. We ain't okay.
He's feeling hurt,
What do you think of this comment, Carl? Should we try a 3-5-2 with Marmoush and Holland up front?
Yeah,
Could that be like a Champions League formation?
So where are the wing backs then? It's going to be Rico could play wing back because that's coverage in the back line with 3. Absolutely. But the problem is you're going to have 2 in the midfield. Who are your 2? Right? That's going to be the issue.
And Johnny Reinders.
Okay, fine. Good. So maybe you can do that.
I'd be interested in trying that out. Okay, you want to get down? Okay. Yeah, that could be interesting, but I don't know if that would work in the Premier League though, because back threes tend to not really work in the Prem, but Champions League is a little different. That's more of a knockout type thing.
A back 3 can work if you organize them properly. I think Kusanov has to be in that back 3. Most South Africans in the building, they are big up. We'll probably lose to Madrid. Nah, let's not be negative today. Let's be positive. I want to be extra positive today. We'll find a solution. I'm also afraid of
Held a
Leverkusen.
Gundo. What?
Wait a minute. What about so wait, I forgot that Galatasaray have Sane and Osimhen. Oh my god, that's not a bad team, you know.
Dude, Sane is not the same player.
Not-
Sane is kind of washed out.
Kelster,
Yes.
Kelster. He's not this Kelster. He's not the same. But this
if you
Sane,
say it, Adam, if you say it,
No.
Adam, you're gone. Adam, if you say it, I dare
Adam,
you.
you
You're
better
going.
get that kebab picture out. I need
Adam,
that Sane
Hey, that's
kebab
not me.
picture.
Hey,
if you say
Kelster, that
headless
is false
chicken,
allegations. It's not me who's doing those
Adam, if you say headless chicken,
animations.
I think that's what
We
you're about
haven't
to
No,
say.
but
started
let me
talking about
finish it.
Doku yet.
No, I'm not
Okay,
gonna say that. What
this
I'm
is the
what I'm
question
gonna
we need to
say is,
answer.
okay, Sane is finished, but this same Sane was without a shadow of a doubt, yeah. Cook Rico Lewis. That's what I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna say anything else.
I was
I was
going
gonna
to
say
send
that.
you.
Rico's gonna play that
I
game.
was gonna send you a slap, a digital slap.
Rico's not playing that game.
How much you gonna bet that Pep will? With Pep, you don't know. It's like Russian roulette with Pep.
He's not playing Rico against Sane.
I'm
Dude,
telling
remember
you
when
now,
Sane came back when he was with Bayern? He did fuck all in that
Kelster,
tie.
Kelster, I would not be surprised to see Rico Lewis in that starting lineup.
I would.
That's why I said I would not be surprised.
Okay, let's answer Vader's question. Who's the 11 for UCL night? So
Okay, bear me for a
I think
minute.
it depends on who the keeper is. The number one, I don't know who the number one is right now. I don't think it's Trafford. I think Trafford is still number 2 right now. And by the end of this window, we will have a number 1. It's either going to be Ederson or Donnarumma. So I'm going to pick one of those two. I don't know which it'll be yet.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
One of
Just
those two is my keeper for that.
Just
for
for
the
you.
UCL
Just
night.
for you. Then just for you. That we're going to set up a starting 11. So we're going to set up a starting 11 just for you.
Okay. I'll let you
Because
pull that up.
yeah, we
All
know.
right, we'll wait for that. We'll go. with some
Yeah,
other
even though you're a
comments in the
fraud,
meantime,
I'll
but
set
we'll
up a
do the
starting
starting 11. Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
God, everyone's just hating on Pep right now.
No. I don't think they're hating per se. I think it's just people are a bit annoyed.
Why, Patrick? Why do people think it's hating? Because we're asking questions of what we see. When did we become Kool-Aid
All right,
drinkers?
hate is the wrong word. I take it back.
Not you. It's just
We're
but
questioning Pep heavily right
no, it's
now.
not even questioning, Kelly. It's just asking. It's just asking. I guess it's questioning, asking the question.
Yeah,
and
it's
right.
questioning.
Based on what we've seen, we all know the truth. We just know it. There's some players on that team that won't make any top team in the top 5 leagues of Europe. They just won't. Why are they good enough for us? Well, why? Because they're from Manchester,
Other
or
players have those
well,
kind of
hold on,
players
Kelly,
too.
right? Or they're from the academies. We have to have the local chap there because we give him that. It's all about meritocracy.
Other teams do this too. Like, how is Kai Havertz good enough for Arsenal? That guy's a bum. Like,
He's better than some players
Odegaard,
that we
how's
have.
that guy good enough? How are any
No,
of these guys good
no,
enough?
no. Odegaard is a player. You can pick
No,
Odegaard as a player.
Odegaard.
He's a player. He's a player.
I don't rate
Yeah,
him.
he's a player, right? He's a player, right? But I mean, and maybe that's my opinion. Your opinion may be different. Fair enough. But it's easy to play against City. Very easy to play against us. Stay compact, be disciplined, break on them in the channels because they know they're going to invert and kill them on the
Find your
break.
burner account.
That's it.
It's Carl. Honestly speaking, we've become so predictable, Carl. Teams already know what the hell we're gonna do before the
They all
game
play
has
this.
even
Adam,
started.
they all play the same way. They play the exact same way. Every team in Europe plays when they play us, they know exactly what to do. That's not by coincidence. They all know. They take our strength and make it a weakness. Right? We want to play a high line, high up the field, leave 40 yards behind. They know that's our strength because we want to squeeze our position in their half, keep control and the ball away from our goalkeeper. But when they break on us, do we have the recovery pace to go back and get the ball? Without Kyle Walker, we do not.
Well, we have the solution in house. It's like you said, it's the manager has to play it. We have Husanov. He can do. He's the guy for that. But we have to see him play.
Yep.
And right now, he's picking a Finnish John Stones according to Patrick on other shows.
Can I ask a genuine question, right? And this is a genuine question. And guys, keep on. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, subscribe. We're going to be doing shows every day.
Yes, come on, Vader. We put the link in the chat.
We'll try to do shows every day. And you know what, people? I'm gonna say this as I posted. this channel is for everyone. Everybody's welcome. We're gonna welcome everybody. I will give Adam a show, but I'm gonna give Adam some rules. He's gonna have to find a better camera. He's gonna have to find a better place to sit. No noise in the background. I'll give him a show. He can take a show. He can have a show. It's also his channel. Carl will have his show very soon. Carl says if he gets time, Carl will do tactics and educate some of you guys in general football. I'm pretty sure Carl would love that. He used to do that a lot. Kelkster will run her American shows. She can have a show in the evening with the American audience, with Steve and a few people. Jay Fresh wants to do them in the weekend. Jay Fresh is also in Canada. Vader might join us if he feels like it. Everyone is welcome.
Yeah, Vader. What's that?
Yeah. So we'll try our best every day. We'll be doing our best. So as I said, it's not gonna only be me. It's gonna be everybody. You might see Carl. You might see Adam. You might see everybody.
Vader's become Casper the Ghost. I rarely see him, man.
Vader's on
Vader.
a bunch of other shows. That's why.
Okay, great. So
He's
anyway,
on every show. He's on with Sam. He's on with
let's
Flawless. Let's
do
the American panel instead of me.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
God, Kels is a fool. Kels is a fool. I'm telling you.
Watch the comment, Patrick. Watch the comment section say that Kelstar is jealous.
That's funny. Anyway, what I was about to say. So anyway, let's do this starting lineup for
Vader. Here, let's go back to.
Yeah, let's do this lineup that Vader asked us. So Carl, Vader has asked us that what would we have as a starting lineup for the Champions League? So Carl,
that's easy for me to do.
Yeah, I have a setup here. So you remove the comment first. I'm going to also remove
that. Please like the video bar.
Yeah, I'm also going to remove this in a few minutes. There we go. So anyway, let's start off. So Carl, let's are we going to be fantasizing that Donnarumma is here or fantasize that he's not here?
Let's just base it on who we have right now.
Just put Ederson.
Yeah, Ederson's a keeper.
Grand, yeah.
Okay, let's actually start from the front three. If you don't mind, I mean, if that's okay. People always start from the back four. Let's start from the front three.
Yeah.
Okay, you're starting for the front. Okay, big up. Guys, continue subscribing and like the video. And as I said, we will be streaming every day. Carl,
if you want to win the Champions League with what we have currently, this is the formation this is the line that we should use. Obviously, Erling Haaland is a 9. Okay,
Erling Haaland is a 9, isn't it?
In my opinion, obviously he's a 9. And change this formation to a 4-3-3, a proper 4-3-3, not this 3-box-3 inverted bullshit that we now do. Let's change it to a proper 4-3-3.
Okay, so
right.
You want the formation? So the formation has to go to 4-3-3.
Yeah, because see, this whole 3-box-3 inverted 3-2-5, 2-3-5, 4-3 is all based on 4-3-3. It all depends on where the ball is, who has the ball. It changes based on that. So the foundation for all of this is 4-3-3. It gives you the right diamonds, dimensions, the triangles, the diamonds all around the whole field. It's the base and the balance of everything, right? And it flexes based on where, and it's always, I always tell my kids when I'm playing them, right? Your 4-3-3 is never a flat 4, it's actually a U shape, right? So the fullbacks a little higher up, create that U shape. You have the 6 who drops, and the 2 10s or 10 and 8 become a triangle in the middle. And then your 9 is a little deeper to create almost a triangle on a diamond. But you can't do that here. But that's the way it's supposed to be, right? That's the way it's supposed to be. So my front three are going to be Haaland, Savini on the left, Jeremy Doku on the right.
Okay.
I'm going natural.
So you're putting the kids where they belong.
I'm going natural.
Okay.
Yeah, Savino, you got most of his assist to Haaland from the left. So
would you like to explain to the audience why you've gone like this? Because some people just cry over things. So would you like to explain in a bit of a tactical way?
Very simple. When if you play natural wingers, right, the width comes from them or comes from the fullback who overlaps them on the left hand side and right hand side.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker used to do that with Sterling, right? He'll bomb up and down, he'll overlap on all sides, 2v1, and then Sterling will come inside, while Kyle Walker goes outside, right? The problem you have right now is when you invert them, there's no overlapping, they check back inside into traffic because we know teams are going to sit in a low block. So I would go back to natural and let the fullbacks do the ones who overlap outside and let the wingers come inside as well. Right, and that's what I would do, right? And then if let's say they go up, then one of the 8s or the 10s has to draw back next to Rodri to cover, right, that transition in the middle.
I'm surprised you're starting Savino because you said he wasn't good enough.
I'll switch him to the other side. Don't play him on the right hand side. Play him on the left. Play him on the left. Think Sane back in the day. right? Left hand side, left
Are
footed.
we really gonna? But we're gonna go into the Bernabeu with a combined like 8 goals from last season in all comps.
Hear me out. Let me finish
On the
midfield
wings?
first. Let me finish first. Because you played them inverted. They have to check back in and they're on their foot and check back in. Play them natural. Doku used to be a natural winger for where he was. Scored lots of goals. That's why we loved him. And we brought him
I
here.
can't believe you're benching like 30 goals from Marmouche.
Well, here's he going to play. It's him or Holland. It's him or Holland. He can't play left. He can't play right. Where's he going to play? Midfield? Because the midfield is going to be Rodri, Reinders,
He can't
and
dribble,
Foden.
by the way. He can't dribble. He struggles to dribble.
So
He
the
can't beat
myth,
his man.
but again, think about the balance of the team, Kelly. The balance you need. Who plays best where? Unless you change the system to a 4-4-2 and play Marmouche and Haaland, there's no. Where are you going to play him? He's not a winger. He's not a number 10.
Question. Well, we'll get to that. Okay.
Right? So if you have a front three of Savinho, Haaland, and Doku, your midfield is very simple. It's Rodri, Reinders, and Phil Foden. That's your three.
That's a great midfield, by the way.
That's your three
I think that
midfield.
ideally will be our best midfield.
Okay, so what is the thing? What is the midfield?
And you know why I say it's the best three? Because you have the controller, you have the creator, and you have the box to box. You got it.
Why can I ask something? Why is it so? And I keep bringing back that game when after Pep Guardiola, right? Thank you very much, Chas. To appreciate that. I appreciate all your love, all the guys, man. We're appreciating all this. And as I said, I appreciate everybody on this panel and everybody who's been with us for a long time. One of my closest friends, Carl, who sometimes when I gave up on this channel, he always told me to come back on top, and he always predicted that the channel will get to 3,000, will get to 4,000 within even. I thought it was going to be 5 years. Carl said it would never take you 5 years if you put in work. So big up to Carl for that, and also big up to Kelster and Adam. Sometimes Adam might be a fraud, but sometimes he still calls me and encourages me. But I still hate the guy. I hate Adam so much. I don't even save him as Adam in my phone. It's
There's
just
a
blank.
thin line between hate and love, man. So
Yeah, it's just blank.
process.
I just put him as unknown. And when an unknown calls, I know it's Adam. He changes his phones too much. But big up to Kelster also, Kevin, and everybody, Jay Fresh, everybody. But what I was about to say, I wanted to ask you, Carl, if Pep Guardiola, especially after that interview, that's where I saw this man has a bit of an ego. If Savinho and Doku swapped wings, remember that game, Adam, where they swapped wings and they cooked the Chelsea game and they cooked Adam?
Yeah.
Why did our manager Pep Guardiola see that and so they were all very good? Savinho's goal in the Champions League, he scored from the left-hand side. Doku, every time he's on the right-hand side, was able to find Bernardo Silva, who scored. Remember? He was able to find Haaland.
I'm going to say something, yeah? I'm going to say something. It's going to shock you, girls, to uncover.
Yeah.
I agree with you, weirdly. And
yeah,
that's
but I'm saying, what's wrong with Pep? Why does he want this
no,
kid
because
to play the opposite
no,
wing?
you know it is, yeah. You know it is why I say I agree with you. That's the one time where I've seen actually where the best of Savinho and the best of Doku. And you know what's funny, yeah?
So why is our manager swapping them wings? Why is he swapping them wings?
The best way I could say is the man is stuck with his ways. You know, I'm not being like, you know, I'm not saying that he's stubborn, but you could say he's a bit of stubbornness where he just wants to just stick with his old ways. And look, that's it. Yeah, I get that stuff has won him things, but at some point you've got to evolve as a manager and a person as well. So you've got to do what works for the team. If you can clearly see that it's not working, and you can see that the two players, are doing better on the opposite wings than what you're playing them at, then it's not rocket science. Yeah, they play them in that position that they're doing well at. If Savinho is doing well on the left and Doku is doing well on the right, it ain't rocket science. It's clear to see that play them in that position that they are doing well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Somebody says our next manager needs to be adaptable and flexible. That's a good one. So what did you say the midfield is, Carl? I forgot what you said about the midfield.
It's Rodri, Reinders, and Foden.
Okay.
That's one of the best midfields in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the three. I'm taking those three: Rodri, Reinders, and Foden. That's your midfield three. That'll cook because you have the right balance. You have the controller, the creator, and the box to box. Energy, creativity, and control.
Uh-oh, Garnacho just got a here we go. Oh dear.
Where is it going, Chelsea?
Garnacho to where?
I'm just checking. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's going
Garnacho is going to Chelsea. Here we go.
Oh,
for
wow,
how
Chelsea.
much?
7-year deal, 40 million.
That's
For
not bad.
Fabrizio.
That's a good
They also
deal.
said Hoyland is going to Napoli.
That's a good deal. That's not a bad deal. Anyway, so what about you now? Now since we have Rangers and we've got Rodri and we've got Foden, somebody says Foden can create. Checky is the creator.
Nah, Chucky cannot hold a candle to Foden. I'm sorry, cannot hold a candle. He's good. He
Well,
won
Turkey
goal
has
match.
better assist numbers, but Foden's
Nah,
more
Kelly,
proven.
let's not.
Foden's more proven at this point in time.
No, that's not. Chucky cannot hold a candle to Foden. Cannot hold a candle. I'm telling you, they're worlds apart in work rate, in work rate, in delivery, in finishing, and he's left-footed too. It's just nah.
Oh,
In my opinion,
by the way, I just wanted to say some breaking news. When Vienna was asked that, are you still working on signings for the season? He says, yes, we're working.
where was that today?
Yeah, today, yeah. So he says we're still
Okay,
working.
maybe you're right. Maybe you're
signings.
right
What
back
do
is
you
coming, but
think at this point, Carl?
get it right back, man.
No,
What do you
there's
think
a
of this?
comment,
Foden
Carl. It
cannot
says
impact the
Foden.
game as a midfielder.
no,
What's
Patrick.
your
If that's the
response?
case, yeah. If that's the case, hopefully they do get a right back, and let's see if potentially they do get a
What
right winger or winger in general.
wasn't Foden player of the season 2 seasons ago? Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was, yeah. Foden
Hey,
is
people
good.
asked for it. We brought Hamza in.
Yeah, Hamza is in. You know, the thing about people is people forget. I think that's the issue with City fans. People forget, and they forget that, oh, Foden did this for us, and Foden had a leg issue last season and other issues that were impacting him. But overall, Foden's numbers, by the way, in 2024 were better than Verts. You know that, right? Foden's numbers were better than Verts. Coco Palmer and Foden's numbers were better than Verts. People have to start getting overexcited. For me, I would like to see, because Cheki can play right winger. I would like to see Cheki as a right winger also.
Yeah, he was
just
a
to
right
see.
winger at Leon.
Yeah, sometimes he plays as right winger. But anyway, let's keep going.
21 assists last
Kelly, don't
season
get me
in
wrong. I mean,
comps
Turkey
for
and Foden,
Leon.
they can swap for
With
each other, right?
Lacazette as a striker.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Turkey and Foden can swap for themselves. If you ask me who starts at the Bernabeu, Foden's been there, done it, right? That's my only thing. So they can both go for each other. The back four is straightforward, right? Kusanov, uh, Josko, Stones, and Aitnori. That's it. That is
Josko
your
Stones. That's interesting. I guess you could
yeah.
play either one can invert. You could take
Josko,
your pick.
as much as I used to banter him just because you glaze him so much, I think Josko and Kusanov should be our pair in centre back, and
Yeah.
Diaz and Stones should be
And,
second.
and Kelly, right? Patrick, why am I putting Josko and Stones centre back? Because you're left footed and right footed. You have lefties on the left and righties on the right. The balance is right there. Right?
I'm a little nervous about Yashko though. He's apparently his knee is apparently not okay.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I saw a tweet saying he might have a ligament issue, and that scares the absolute daylights out of me because we saw what happened right after the window closed last year, and I don't want that to repeat.
Because you have nobody to glaze.
It's not even about glazing. Who do you want to watch all season? Yashko Vardiel or Diaz and Stones? From a performance standpoint,
I'd rather watch Josko, but I also understand you're his lawyer, so I get it.
Okay. We got another fraud in the building.
As I'm Doku's lawyer.
Kelvin reporting live from the club.
Big up to you. So big up to you, Hamza.
Yeah, I was listening to Adam the fraud. What a shame. I said that guy. Adam makes me laugh, man. This guy. When you put him under pressure, he never gives you direct answers. I was laughing here. Listen, Foden. I said Foden and Cherky, you have to rotate them. We need pace. People are starting to give up on Diaz. People are seeing I don't know what's happened to Diaz last 2-3 years. I don't know.
He's declined. He's declined so much.
The comments say Diaz stinks.
It's been bad. Like, even watch the game when we watched him against what's the name? When I watched him at Tottenham, every time the ball is coming up in the air, he let the ball bounce. He's unsure. He's making Trafford worry. Like he's making. And if this guy was able to lead before, but you know what? I'm keeping an eye on him. He's gonna start at Brighton, no doubt about it. You have to play Kusanov right back. Unfortunately, we've got one of the worst. I think we've got the worst, probably one of the worst right backs in England. I think in terms of there's so many clubs have better right backs than us. In fact, some clubs have got 2 right backs better than us. Mazraoui can play for us.
Yeah, true.
For Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dallo can. I know he's bad against Grimsby. That's
No,
the only
Dallo is better than Rico. Dallo is better than Rico. Dallo is better than Rico.
They're better than us. You got Chelsea who've got 2 right backs, Gusto and Reece James better than us. You got Arsenal who've got Timber and Ben White. Even I said to Arsenal fans, I said, I'm begging you, can you loan us Ben White? Can you imagine Man City begging Arsenal to loan them a player? That's how bad we are as a right back. And I said it before that we have to sign a right back because this right back issue is going to cost us like really big time because you can't have Rico is very weak and you can't have what's the name? You can't have Matheus Nunes. He's a bozo. And you can't have one position in defense where people are lacking confidence. There's a big issue. Like our defense lack confidence, so you have to get. I don't know. I said it before. You know what I said before? You got to end of the season. I would go to Crystal Palace. I'd offer a Kanji and add a little money, like 10, 15 million, and get a homegrown talent of Gay. And Gay can play centre back and he can move on to your centre back as a right back. It just solves every issue. The next season, when you're having an issue with homegrown talent, Gay is there already. He's 20,
We should
24.
get him.
Yeah.
We should get him because Joshko's having knee problems already.
There you are. And it led to this issue about being overplayed. We predicted it. Did you not predict Rodri issue? And guess who's getting the same issue? We said, every one of us said Vadio's next. Guess who's getting the injury now? Josko Vadio. So surprise, surprise. This is what happens when you overplay players, you know. And now it's looking bad. Like going to Brighton, I'm scared. If we lose that game to Brighton, we're in trouble. I'm telling you now. If we lose that game, and Brighton are gonna make it hard for us. Don't think Brighton away is a tough game. Like we cannot afford to go to Brighton and draw the game. Every fan knows that. Like we had an easy way to just beat Tottenham, but now we've made it hard for ourselves. We go to Brighton game as we have to beat them. Wolves create chances. They could have scored 2-3 goals. They didn't, but Tottenham did. But now we go to Brighton. I feel sorry for Trafford. He'll be a keeper. The way I saw the games at Man City, he was mullered, man. Patrick, he was mullered. Alan called me after the game. He said, Hamza, I'll tell you one thing. I said, I'm so disappointed in the fan base. I said, how do you know? He said, I know. Don't worry about it. Every time Trafford got the ball, did you hear the noise that was coming out from Man City Stadium? They were shouting.
I had the game muted. I didn't hear anything.
He was getting, shoot the ball, shoot, look at him, what bozo, you got, oh my God, like literally, I thought, oh my God, ask Alan if I'm lying. The pressure of Man City is so great that our backline doesn't give confidence to a young keeper now. Because
Hamza, there's a question for you. It says, if we don't beat Brighton, will it be the manager's fault or the players?
The players first are not good. Some of the players are not good enough, and manager's playing style is bad. Like it's the first time I've criticized Pep. Like we were losing 2-0, and you bring Bernardo. He's not a goal scorer. Doku is not a threat going forward, and you take him Marmoush. I thought he missed chances, but at least he's making runs to the box. At least when Doku came on, there was nothing was happening. Nothing happened. Bernardo
but Hamza, where did he bring Doku on? What position did he play?
He played right, left wing.
Why are you playing him left wing when you know that? Listen, what Sterling and Sane, right? When they started to struggle, right? Where did they begin to play when they started to struggle?
Sterling played on his left side, right side, and
no. When we were successful in 17-18, they were left and right. Sane, Sterling, right? 18-19, they began to switch them to inverted, and they began to struggle. Sterling did okay, but the season after, he began to struggle.
Yeah.
He began to struggle. Because now he's having to learn a new way to score goals as opposed to what he did before: drive down the byline, check it in, tap in, bang, goal. So when you bring on Doku, who's a right-sided winger, you make him left, he has to learn a new thing, and there's nobody overload him. He's gonna struggle. It's not hard. I don't know, man. It's anyway.
I know, but I just think that, I'm sorry to say this, first time I'm thinking that because now I'm frustrated. I know the manager is responsible, but the quality of players are not there anymore.
Yeah, but
And I
Hamza,
think
why doesn't he let players just to play where they belong, and we see them get exposed instead like that? Why doesn't he just leave Doku at
I think-
RW where he belongs, and why doesn't he leave Savio at left where he belongs? Why doesn't he just do it? What's so hard for him? Why is that every time? Okay, why is it that? Okay, so Hamza, let me ask you this: why is that every time Doku and Savio have been played in the right position, they cook? Why is his head? What happens in his head? Is he not happy to see them cooking?
No, Pep likes to play safe football. He doesn't play risky football. He plays risky football. He doesn't like risky football. He plays safe.
Yeah, but the thing
Pep
is,
used
if
to
he
play.
puts, when he
Pep used
yeah,
to have
but,
players where they play risky football.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You see,
Leave
even
Doku at the right.
KDB. Remember, KDB told him to. KDB told him shut up. Do you remember he told him shut up?
Yeah, what's up?
Because he's trying to get KDB to play certain things.
How many trophies did they win with like playing them in the wrong position? How many trophies did Pep won?
Playing who? What do you mean?
That's not the point, Osas. That's not the point. The point
I
is
understand,
this,
but
right?
no, the way
No matter how,
Patrick is saying it that when Doku plays, bring a cook and all that. Pep
Okay,
always
can I
change.
can I tell you
yeah,
something? When Doku,
Osas,
let me answer. Let me ask him, Gal. When Doku, do you know Doku's assist to Bernardo Silva, and some of these assists came from the right hand side? Do you know Savio's goals? Do you know Savio's goals?
You still don't understand my point, but not. But just say for me, I think he's been found out. That's what I think. It's not that because he changed our position because he has won a lot.
No, it's the
by
setup
changing-
for the whole team. He sets up the whole team in a bad way. Look, let me tell you something, Kevin. The guy is a genius, but he does over geniusing. Do you know what I mean? He does it over.
But then he won 18 trophy with that over genius.
It doesn't matter. It's expired now. It's not working.
That's what I'm saying. You can say that, but don't say that because it's changed. Just say that it's been founder. So
yeah,
can
I tell you this? I said this on the other show, and I even said it on the panel. Do you know that right now in 2025, I'll keep saying this. If you gave me Luton City with Adama Traore and Dan James, you know I can beat Man City easily. I can beat Man City 4-0.
No,
Easy.
you cannot.
No, let me speak,
No,
Spartacus.
no.
Let me
What we're
finish. Let me
doing
explain
here.
to you.
I think he's right. I think
no.
right.
Let me finish for you. What every team is doing is they're looking at the fastest wingers. When Man City tucks in the wingers we have, when they tuck in Rico Lewis, who's so weak and so not fast like Kyle Walker, so he tucks in, right? Guess what they're doing? I would tell Adama and Dan James to stand by the line. I'll say stand by the line, keep sniffing and pressing around the line. Let Rico Lewis and Nori go forward and tuck into midfield. Let them enjoy there. I would tell my best player who's good at passing, like what Gibbs White did for Nottingham Forest when the Ailanga scored. I'll say, as soon as you get the ball, hoof it, because John Stones, Ake, or Diaz don't have the pace to catch you. Because Adama, you're so fast. Dan James is so fast. Let me tell you, that's how every team is beating City at this point. If you go and analyze.
correct.
Do you know before I say this?
Spurs did not do this.
They did. Why do you think John Stones was caught? Where do you think what's his name? Adam Johnson was sniffing. Where do you think he was sniffing? He was always sniffing on the byline. I'm telling you, Spartacus, I'm not even talking about agenda. I went and watched the games. This is how from last season
Patrick, they don't like the truth, Patrick. The Kool-Aid is so sweet. The Kool-Aid is so sweet. Crystal Palace, Tottenham 4-0, 2-0. United, the shittiest United ever. Liverpool 2-0. Didn't even break a
some
sweat.
massive errors in that game too against United. You know, Nunez gave up the dumbest penalty you could think of, and Yashko basically got nutmegged on a goal. Like, is that because of Pep's tactics?
Yeah, but also I can give you an answer. Do you know the other thing? Let me say this. It's so embarrassing, especially this is what I keep telling people. It's like I'm not even being a hater or hating on Pep or hating on this. It's quite simple. We are not even losing to a top level United. It's a shit United team that finished 15th. We are losing to a Spurs team that has got 6 injuries. Kulu is gone. Son has been shipped to America. Kane left, is at Bayern. We are losing to what's his Johnson, whatever his name is, that kid Johnson. So from now on, you're telling
Brendan
me
Johnson, the guy who got the
Besuma
goal in
wasn't
the
there.
Europa League
Besuma
final.
wasn't in that midfield. You
But
are
you know
telling
you're
me.
gonna
Bissouma
lose.
is shit though,
Yeah,
isn't
but
he?
no. I
Did
want
we
you to
have our
answer me.
starting 11? No.
Yeah, but look, you're telling me that Haaland, the best striker in the world, Cherky, Mamouche, one of the best scorers in the world, and you're telling me that Oscar Bob, one of the most fascinating talents in Norway, you're telling me about Reinders, who's a midfielder, which everybody's saying this guy might be the next big thing. Yeah. But I'm just saying, you are telling me that these players are failing to beat a Tottenham Spurs team with Madison injured, with Harry Kane gone and Son gone, and
At
then
home.
and do you know what's more embarrassing? This is the
To
seventh.
us every year. We win titles and we always
We
lose to
can't.
Spurs.
But the thing is,
we're a bogey team.
Yeah, so you're telling me that we should just be accepting that Spurs should beat us
Bogey
every
team.
single year.
That bogey team
I,
stuff is all crap.
I
Seriously,
don't
guys,
buy
come
it.
on.
I don't
What
buy
is a
it.
bogey team?
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
What is a bogey? What is it?
You know,
I mean,
we always lost to Spurs and we won the league, just so you know. So.
Yeah, but it's still
Kenny, that's not the
embarrassing
point, though.
in itself.
Kenny,
It's
if
still
you're the
embarrassing.
manager for Spurs, right, with weapons you have, who are you targeting? What areas are you targeting? If you're the manager for Spurs, what are you targeting? Who are you targeting? What area?
You're targeting Nico Gonzalez because he's a new player too.
No,
You're targeting all the new players.
No, Kelly, don't worry about Nico Gonzalez. Nothing. Just target the
You're
wide
targeting
areas.
Trafford, the brand new keeper.
No, just target the channels. Because I know Rico Lewis can't keep up. And I know he's going to invert or Ake's going to invert. You don't need to do that. It's 2-3
I
balls
would
in your
attack
head.
Ake too because his pace looks sharp.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. That's how they got the goals.
They did.
Yeah.
It said
Ake doesn't have Ake's just his pace is not there anymore. He looked labored trying to chase down
a certain man called Patrick last season said Ake's pace is gone when he saw a few matches. I said the man is gone. Somebody says give him a break, you're being negative. He looks labored when running. He can't do the whole running thing.
Injured.
And do you know what? I'm gonna say this before I pass the mic to Vet and other people. I think Kyle Walker saved our asses.
When he came back, Patrick.
Yeah, I think Kyle Walker saved our asses.
What did Gundogan say? Patrick, what did Gundogan say when he came back to the Premier League? What did he say about the speed of the play?
He says the speed is. I think.
You remember what he said?
Yeah, the speed has changed. Yeah.
He said he couldn't believe it how quickly it's become in the Premier League. He just couldn't believe it. But the same players who were there before for the treble season, who are now older and slower, are the same who are trying to catch up to this quicker, faster Premier League. And you're playing invert the fullbacks into midfield and leaving the space behind in the channels for people who can run. You gotta change it.
Who the treble team started at Spurs or against Spurs at home?
Who in the treble team started against Crystal Palace?
Yes. Who started the game?
Against Palace.
No, I don't care about Palace.
It's a trend,
the
though.
treble started?
Gundogan, how many of the treble winners are actually starting these past two games?
It's the pattern of play. It's how you played in the treble with your inverted fullbacks or your center back stepping in. It's a pattern of play that's been figured out. And you haven't adapted to that. They figured you out. How many top 6 teams have you beaten in the last 12 months?
None. Only Chelsea.
They figured you out, bro.
I think in the last 24 months, I don't think we have beaten like a lot of them.
They figured you out, and you're still holding on to the old ways of doing things. The cheese has moved.
No, listen to me. The problem is not about figuring out. The problem is two things. One is depth, and one is the lineup selection.
I can't hear what he's saying. Sorry.
Wait.
I can hear you. Sound like you're in a cell or something.
Yeah, but Patrick,
Jail cell.
I think before we can say anything, I think we should wait for the second game. That will not change. Like the way Spurs play against us, they've always played like that, and they press us a lot.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you a question, Kevin? Can I ask you a question, Kevin? I say this another thing. So if I met you for 10 years and we were fighting, we said 5 years fighting, are you going to allow me to whoop your ass for 10 years? because Patrick is my bogey guy. Are you not going to find a way to say the next time I meet Patrick, I'm going to give him slaps? I will find a
but
way to defend.
most
I
of time
mean,
when they,
if we are winning the league every season,
thank
yeah,
you. Most of them,
please.
most of the win that you don't even give them nothing. Like when we
But
meet them, when we play them at the final, we beat them now, right?
Osas, make me ask you a question, my guy. You feel say the way we play for Saturday against Spurs, if we play like that this season against top season, we could win league.
We are
Honestly.
not winning any. No, we are not going to win any league this season as
Okay.
well.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. We
Okay.
cannot win. We cannot win a league playing like that
Okay.
against.
So we're all on the same page.
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
no. I think
yeah,
the
but
problem is,
Carl, this
listen to
season,
me.
I don't want any City fan to be entitled to the fact that if we can't beat Leverkusen at home, we're going to say, oh, it's just Leverkusen. Oh, it's just what's it called? Who are we playing? Galatasaray. Oh, that. Because at the end of the day, those people want to win as well. So it doesn't
No,
matter
no, no.
because I know we are too entitled now that we can even with against Brighton away. That's the most trickiest game that we can even get.
Yeah, but
At this,
Kevin, last season people told me that last season, let's give a pardon. So you're telling me that this season, if we lose
it's
13
the
games in a
well,
row again, it's
it's
fine.
just this, Patrick. You wait. You know me. It's the second game, bro. Let's wait.
No, no.
Let's
The
wait.
problem,
We should
Patrick.
not overreact after just. I see the way people are abusing Trafford. You just what do you think is going to happen now,
Yeah,
Patrick?
I heard Trafford out
Let
from
Vader
somebody.
speak.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I think Peter, please wait a minute. I think the problem we are facing right now, especially against the big six or top teams in Europe, is we are playing like nine men. And if you are playing 9 men against top side, you will lose. That's the
Why
problem.
why why are we playing like 9 men? Are you trying to say Haaland is non-existent?
Yes, it's non-existent.
Who's the
Look
other
at the
one?
no. The problem, the other problem is selection, the team selection, and the second problem is Haaland. For example,
Sorry,
if for example, listen to me. Wait a minute. If we play against Arsenal, the upcoming game, what the defenders, Arsenal defenders will do? They will block Haaland out of the game. Then we will play like 9 men. And if you play like 9 men, especially in Premier League, you will struggle. Yes, of course we can play. Yes, of course we can play small teams with 9 men, but we cannot play against top side like 9 men. That's the problem we are
who's
having. For example,
who's
you ask,
No,
the?
okay,
Patrick. I'm
okay, ask
sorry.
Can
yourself,
I
Before
ask
we
Patrick
go
said,
to
can I
okay,
just
Victor,
ask one
listen to me,
thing
listen
real
to me,
quick?
no, no,
listen
no,
to
no,
me,
no, no,
listen
no,
to me,
no, no,
One
no.
at a
listen to me.
time, one
No,
at a time,
Wait a
one
Patrick.
at a
minute.
time,
Let me
one
finish
at
my
a
point.
Okay.
time, one at a time. Adam, let him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead,
Let me
finish.
finish. Let me finish. Patrick, I know you like Doku. I know you like Doku. And the
Oh,
problem, our
oh,
wingers.
big,
No, 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 no,
be careful if you go in Doku. Be careful.
no, no, no. I'm not going against Doku. I'm telling you the problem we are facing right now, especially in our wingers, it's because of when you have a winger with the last stage of the game. For example, the final stage, the winger needs to link up with his striker, and our striker cannot link up with our wingers. That's the problem our wingers are facing. When the Doku get the ball, he looks up to Haaland and sees, and the Haaland is running away. That's the
Oh
problem
yeah.
we are
Oh,
facing.
I heard about that. Somebody said that they were analyzing Haaland because people were blaming Doku for the assist. Somebody says Haaland likes going to the back of the post, so in that way he's not
Listen to me.
close.
If you look back, Patrick, if you look back, Bev era, beginning of Bev era, if you see Sterling, for example, especially Sterling is not better player than Doku overall game. But what Sterling has is a striker that can link up with him, with Aguero or with Haaland or with Foden. But Doku
Yeah,
doesn't have a
but
striker
here's
that
the
can
problem.
link up
But
with.
you raise a good example there. But where did Sterling play where he was linking up with Aguero the best?
Right
No,
hand
no, no,
side.
no, 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 no,
On the
no.
right hand side.
You always no,
Now,
no, no.
now
You
to
always
be
say.
fair,
Let me
right?
answer. Let me answer that. You always say Doku must play right wing. It doesn't matter. Even if Doku plays right wing, he will struggle.
No, he
For
won't.
example, for
No, he
example,
won't.
listen to me.
No,
For
no, he
example,
won't.
I give
He
you
won't.
example. I,
He
I
won't.
give you example. I give you example. If you are Rodri, for example,
Ooh.
if you are Rodri, if you are Rodri, if you are Rodri, you need to link up with your eight to John Renders. Football is about linking up,
Bro, you don't want
and
sorry,
our
bro.
striker
You don't want
cannot link
sorry,
up with
bro.
our
Listen,
attackers.
listen. You
That's
don't
the
want to
problem
talk.
we are having.
Sorry, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Let's be honest, right? I'm sorry, right?
Okay,
I mean,
I was
seriously.
not gonna. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you
Right?
something.
I mean-
I was watching. No. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I give you a proof. I will give you a proof. I was watching the games we played without Haaland, and I was watching the games we played with Haaland, especially top sides, and we were struggling. And I was watching, especially the games we were playing without Haaland against top
Patrick,
sides.
I'm sorry, that's a
we're
load of rubbish.
dominating.
Patrick,
Finishing
there have been
Haaland
games.
means
You're
not enough
confusing.
trouble.
No.
Confused.
Patrick,
our top
I'm
scorer
sorry,
3
that's a
games in
load
a
of
row.
rubbish
Trouble.
because Patrick, there has been games, where Doku has given, where I'm not singling out Doku. There has been other players. Foden, it's been other players. Yeah, Haaland has been
Okay.
in the box. Haaland has been in good positions. Yeah, and
Can I
this
ask you
is
a
why I
question?
say what? No.
Okay, can I ask you a
Let
question?
me
How many
finish.
touches?
Let me
How many
finish.
touches? How many
Okay,
touches? How many
let me
touches
finish
Haaland have?
first. Are you
No,
gonna
how
let
many
me
touches?
finish first?
Okay,
Are you gonna
finish.
let me finish? Okay.
Okay, finish.
Why I say his argument is rubbish because there has been multiple games where I have seen Haaland getting in good positions, and I have been screaming, my voice off, and I've even sent messages to Kelstar saying, why the hell Haaland has been in good position and these lot have not passed the ball? So what he just said is a load of crap.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How many touches did Haaland has the last game we play against Spurs? How many touches?
What does that have to do with Doku?
Okay, tell me.
No, you tell me.
Especially
You
when.
you no,
Okay,
you
let me
tell
tell you
me.
something,
I
bro.
think it's
Let me
like
tell
I
you
think
something,
he has
brother.
like
Let me tell you
is
something,
it
brother.
8 touches
The
Okay,
in
so
reality.
total?
Let me
how
tell
is
you
that
something,
so?
brother.
Wait,
Let me
I
tell you
don't
so
know
something.
how many
no,
people
If
he
we
asked me a
have a
question. No,
player, no,
he
let me
asked
tell
me
you.
he asked me a question. Let me answer the question. Okay,
Okay.
Okay,
okay, right? What does that have to do with Doku?
it has
How,
everything to do with Doku because it's a
explain to me.
winger.
Okay, explain to me how. Tactically, explain to me how. Tactically.
Okay, I will explain to you as a tactically. If
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, if Doku get the ball, for example, as a winger, get the
Uh
ball,
huh. Uh huh.
get the ball,
Uh-huh.
is looking up front to the striker, and the striker is ran away from him. What will do? He
What the
will
fuck
get
are
the
you?
ball.
What are you talking about, brother?
Okay, so what
I'm,
he's saying, Cow. No, let me explain. So what he's saying, Cow, is do you know how Haaland, he likes doing this, right? He does it in a few games. So every time it looks like when our wingers are attacking into the box, even Jack Grealish sometimes. Jack Grealish used to, obviously Jack, I think, did better.
Patrick,
Jack,
let me explain. Patrick,
no,
I know
Cow,
what he's
let me
saying.
finish. So,
I know what he's saying,
so
Patrick. I know
crossing,
what he's
isn't
saying.
it? Yeah.
But here's
So
the problem.
he runs to the back of the post.
The
He runs to the back of
problem,
the post.
Patrick, the problem this guy is not understanding. I don't know who his name is that. Most teams play a back five against you, right? And so they congest the middle. So at any point in time, you have 3 or 4 players around Erling Haaland. Or you have someone double up against Doku. Now, because Doku's inverted and nobody's overlapping him, he has 2 players to beat. He can't do it by himself. But when you play the natural wingers, you stretch the field, creating more chances for the 8, the 10, and also Erling Haaland. Because now fullback now has to condense with either Doku or Savinho naturally, and then a fullback that's overlapping as well.
no.
Simple.
You can
Brother,
achieve.
Wait,
No.
listen,
Let me just
no,
answer this very
wait.
quickly.
No, wait. I don't want to mute anybody. Okay, I'm going to give Spartacus a chance to speak. Then after Spartacus, Veta, you can come in
Later, yeah.
and save us.
Civil war.
So
Civil war,
anyways,
man. Now
so
civil
Spartacus, go ahead. Spartacus,
I'd
go
rather
ahead.
Veta speak ahead of me. I'd rather have Veta speak
Okay,
ahead of me.
Veta, go ahead.
Because
Spartacus
he's
is
been
being a
trying to
gentleman.
speak
Yeah,
something.
go ahead. Veta, big up to Veta, guys. Go subscribe to Veta's channel. Always support the brother. The man himself is here. Some people are saying Veta save us, so I would like to see what this saving is about. So Veta, no pressure. Save the chat. Save the chat. That's what the chat is saying. Say no. There's somebody says Veta save us. What's his name? His name is Sheikh. Yeah, it says save us.
Oh my God, not that shake, not fraud. No.
First, let me
I don't
make
think
sure.
it's
Can you
that
guys
one.
hear
I
me
think it's a
clearly,
different
or is
one.
it echoing?
Yeah,
It's a different one. Okay, different
we
one.
can hear.
Okay.
We can hear you in HD. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, respect. The last question I don't want to tackle just yet because what Gundalorian was explaining with regards to the support for an inverted winger, or sorry, what the support in terms of the team with overlaps or midfielders being up to pace with the pace of the game should happen for a winger that's either on their natural right or natural left. And so the gentleman that was talking about trying to give an example of being able to play in tandem or having some partnership, I'm in agreement with that, and I think we haven't been seeing that enough, whether Doku's on the left or Savino's on the right, there's that additional support, not just with support from a fullback. But I'm in agreement with Gundelorian. I'm going to be a realist.
Wait, you're in agreement? You're in agreement with who said that again?
Gundelorian. I'm going to be a realist. If you're going to consider me a pessimist, that's your choice. But we can't go off of anything.
Wait, say that again on camera. Look straight on the camera. What did you say?
Allow the guy. Baby.
No. This is the first time you guys have agreed in a long time. This is historic. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, I'm in agreement with Gundelorian with regards to being a realist. We can't work off of any new information except for the information that we have at hand. So if one wants to say, I have no hope, I have no optimism for the upcoming UCL because of patterns from this manager, I get it. I understand it. Right? So the low expectations, City are going to crash out. I get it based off of what the manager's done. And if you're going to use that based off of our last game versus Spurs, you're completely justified to. Now, have we had evidence of this manager figuring it out? Of course. Are we going to be able to see that? Who knows? So those that want to kind of crash it on Gundelorian being like, why is he speaking the way he's speaking, or why is he questioning? He's perfectly right to. And that's why I'm in agreement. Now, where I'm different is I'm optimistic of my manager getting it right. But I understand Gundelorian being like, no, we're going to crash out like we've always been. This manager's been doing the same patterns. Look at all of the examples from last season. Look at us losing to Spurs and look at losing to United. I get all that. So the chat or those that want to go after him, y'all need to chill because he's using information. He's using evidence. Upcoming or this last game versus Spurs, and Kels is when Kels says we've been losing to Spurs, Patrick, you know this. We have been losing to Spurs.
But I'm tired. I can't.
Yeah, we get the tiredness,
too, but it's a fact.
We've been losing.
So Veda, let me use this African saying. So I go to school and I always use this shortcut, and this dog always bites me. So I'm going to allow this dog to bite me year after year. Am I not going to learn to say maybe let me use another method, or maybe next time I meet this dog, I'm going to kick the shit out of this dog. I don't want to promote animal cruelty, but Africa is different. I'm sorry, Africa is different from Europe. Dogs don't give a shit there. Dogs don't give two fucks. So all I'm trying to say is, why can't we learn? Is it a mentality thing? I ask that. I'll accept that if somebody tells me, okay, maybe Spurs are just in our heads, no matter what jersey they wear or what they do.
No, this is the thing where you're being unfair with regards to we're just accepting losses to Spurs. We're not accepting losses to Spurs. Let's actually take a second and go back to the starting 11. I think to a man, to a woman, with the exception of Rico Lewis, we get it. No one wants Rico Lewis at right back. But with the exception of Rico Lewis, everybody that was saying, stop playing the Unks, Pep. Stop with all this loyalty. Play all the players that we bought in January and the summer. Play them. Other than Rico Lewis, who had a complaint?
But
realistically, who had a complaint? So the manager that doesn't change, the manager that's too stubborn, that's only playing his players, he didn't do that with the exception of Rico Lewis. And again, if we're expecting perfection, okay, that's up to you. Expect perfection from the manager. He played Rico Lewis. I think in addition to Rico Lewis, there were other players on that pitch that didn't perform. And I've spoken this until I'm purple in the face. Marmoush should have scored that slip-in pass from Holland. Reinders, who was on fire a game before, who looked like he'd score at will, had the green light just like we saw Marmoush with the goal of the year last year. For some reason, instead of shooting, he decides to pass it, and it goes out of bounds. I think he was trying to maybe get the ball. I forget who was trying to get the ball to, but he wasted that opportunity. It was Turkey. And then we had Holland, who I would admit, out of the chances that he had, at least one of them should have been on target. At least one of them should have made
header
that keeper,
from Turkey.
The header should have made that keeper have to make a spectacular save. So the crashing on the manager, I'm not with it. The 11 that played, I can see why it should have worked and when it didn't work. Because Ait Nori coming off that pitch, when Gundelorian wants to talk about holding width, I think Ait Nori was responsible for that. To allow Marmoush, the double striker or who likes to be close to goal, to come inside. That wasn't possible. You got to make adjustments. It didn't happen versus Spurs. So when you say we kind of you're tired of the losses, we're not losing the same way. We're also losing to a different manager. Ange put 4 on us. Ange put 4 on us last year. And this is Thomas Frank at Brentford. And were we having lots of joy versus Brentford? Was that not a team that was borderline bogey team to us too? So I'm putting things into context. It's week 2. We had all the players that everybody were crying, twerking for, like Patrick likes to say, to play. And they didn't show up versus Spurs. They got outworked. I'm not putting all that on my manager. I still call him my manager. I'm not putting all that on my manager. But Shirky needs to get up to speed with the pace and the physicality. Reinders had a poor game. He needs to get up to speed. And when we look at how how Oscar Bob and even how Holland played, and even when we want to look at Nico Gonzalez, those guys need to step up. Yes, we know Rico's not the best defensively. All those mistakes and us playing poor doesn't just fall on him.
Can I ask you something in general though? Before I forget, can I ask you something in general?
Yeah,
would you like? Let's be genuine, right? I think Enrico there's a talented player, but I don't know where he belongs. Sometimes I think about it. I said maybe play him as a winger, maybe as a winger.
Rico as a winger? Oh dear.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, don't you think he's been set up because he just doesn't have the physicality to play as the right back.
He's playing out of position the same way Mateus Nunes is playing out of position. I said before we go out and get Rodrigo, I want a right back. I do want a right back.
Yes.
I want us to go.
Right back.
I want us to go and hey, it took us years to get a left back, right? If we're going to be real, it took us years to get a left back. But I pray that we were able to get someone similarly long lasting, like Walker, not necessarily like for like, but let's get a right back that can put in that job, right? So Rico's playing out of position. I don't crash it on him too much because I know we're lacking in that department. We need to get a player there. But I also feel, and I'm in agreement with you guys when you were talking earlier with the center backs. If we're going to play a Rico, we can't be vulnerable at center back and at left back. Like our 3 defenders need to be quality if we're going to have a weakness in our right back. But I think squad-wise, we're light. I think squad-wise is where we're not quite there. Not this manager is past it. But again, like Gunnar Loring, I agree.
I don't disagree with you, Victor, but I think...
Sorry, Gunnar, 1 second. Until my manager shows me something different, I understand the realistic or pessimistic view on what we can achieve this season.
Victor, I don't disagree with you in many things you've said, right? But I've seen patterns where Pep doesn't know his best 11. He doesn't know
They're
it.
never available.
But we
Yeah,
don't
this
know
is what I was
offensively,
going for.
Criticized later in the
don't-
season.
you know
I
we
don't
don't
know
know
if
He
we
just
criticized
doesn't
that
know his
week
best
2.
11.
Is he supposed to after game week 2 when we've added
No,
like
but we
8
should
players?
know our
Of course you're
first
supposed to,
11.
Kelly.
You have to know your first
100%.
11.
Kelly, within 2 trainings, you know your best 11 is.
Okay, but
But
this is why I got
can I
sorry,
just
A lot
sorry,
real
of them
quick
are
say one thing?
available right now.
Go on.
Wait. Yeah, can we go to Spartacus? Then we'll go to
Yeah.
Hamza. Spartacus, go ahead. You haven't spoken. Spartacus, welcome. And Spartacus, I forgot to thank you. Thank you, Spartacus. You've been showing up and helping out a few things. So big up to you, Spartacus.
No worries.
We might have different opinions, but as always, I say this is where opinions matter. So I
Yeah.
don't mind whose opinion is what. I respect Spartacus's opinion. I have respected Kelster's opinion for years. That's
It hasn't even been a year.
in my head. It feels like 20 years. Anyway, Spartacus, go ahead. Spartacus, go ahead.
I think there are a lot of things to unpack in this. He has to know his best 11. First of all, I agree. I think he has to know his best 11, but at the same time,
You think
he
he's
has
a bit
to have the
lost? He's
best
a bit
11.
lost. He's a bit lost right now.
There you go, Carl.
I don't think he is. I think his best 11 is just not available to be played right now. I think the best 11 has to have Josko Vadio, has to have Rodri, has to Mamouche as well. I know he, probably Mateus Nunes, Foden, Haaland, all of these players, they need to be in this best 11. But most of them, the key players on those, they're not really available to be played right now. We can't play Josko Vadio yet. We can't play Rodri yet. We can't play Foden yet. I know he just got injured, and everything that just comes to a problem where we have to start fitting square pegs in round holes, and the team just looks disconnected and disjointed at times. But it is because it is, right? We have players that don't complement each other. When we have a Mahmouche on the pitch, Natanaka is not really going to help him and allow him to do what he does best. But it's not like we started the game with Mamouche. We started the game with Aidnohi. He got injured. Do I think Pep made a mistake not bringing in O'Reilly? Yes. Was it risky to bring in O'Reilly when you had Kudus attacking that flank? Yes. But I just think that there are a lot of things that are going on right now that just don't allow Pep to play his best 11.
What
If
do you
everybody
think?
was
Say them. Maybe if you say them, it might open some of the eyes of the people who are being negative. So not negative, the people who are having a different opinion from the others. So would you like to see? Look, I'll give you a time. Veda knows that on this channel I give people time. So I'm gonna give you this opportunity. Can you please explain what's making it difficult for Pep? Is the signings letting him down, or he doesn't have enough
yeah,
players?
I think he just has a couple key players out. Again, like I think the best 11 we can build is we have fullbacks that go wide and overlap.
Yeah.
But to do that, we need a six who's going to be comfortable on the ball and comfortable in the pressure to be able to turn and start the build-up play. I don't think Nico G can do that at the moment. Probably in the future he will be able to do it, but right now I think he struggles with it. So this doesn't allow us to play a high and wide fullback. I think there are a couple of domino effects going on right now in the squad that just does not allow him to play the best 11, and he's trying to find a solution for the time being. And like some people say, just change your style, just change the way you play. Look, we're probably gonna be having Rodri back in the next. Let's be pessimistic and say in the next 2 months. So we're probably gonna play 2/3 of the seasons with Rodri in the team. Should you build a system that doesn't involve Rodri when he's your best player and he's the key for your success over the past 2 years, of the past 3 years actually? Or should you just try and just disregard him and then you just fit him whenever and however you can? This is a question that only Pep can answer.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. I think when we say we want these players to play, we also have to understand that these players need time. And like that comment that you just put up, like Nico G, Shirky, even Reinders, these players are going to need time. Even Marmouche, I know he came in January, and I know he was killing it where he was before coming here, but it's also a different league. It's also a different club, and he needs to get up to speed.
System.
The thing that was really disheartening, unfortunately, was the fact that Trafford made the mistake, and we already had a large portion of the fan base saying he's never going to be good enough. It's not that he's never going to be good enough. He needs to get up to speed. He needs to get better. He can get better, but to already write him off, and that's what happens with young players. And that's what I think. One second, Gundo. That's what I think our manager also tries to protect some of these players from this whole. Oh, you had a mess up, and now you're written off. You're not going to be good enough for the club. Yeah.
Okay, I understand Trafford playing against Wolf. I get that. Cool, very good. But we know Spurs, and we know that they're so-called bogey team. We know they press high. We know how Thomas Frank plays. You're telling me the manager who earns $20 million a year, who's been with Edison for 9 years, cannot say, boy, this one game, if you're going to leave, I get it. But this one game, I need you, kid. I need you to work for that team. You telling me you can't convince him? Or is it pride? Right?
Because I don't think those are the two options.
Because I could have told you, I could have told you. If I'm the manager, I'm doing that. I'm going to Eddie and saying, Eddie, listen, bro, you want to leave? Fine, I get it. But until that's done, you're under contract, and I need you for this game. I need you for this game because you know Spurs. You know what they do. You know how to play long. We know how they play. Convince him. That's your job.
But the thing is, and
that's
I agree,
your job, bro.
Gunnelorian, I agree with what you're saying, but when you present me with those being the only two options, I disagree. I think there's other options that play. There's a player that's potentially going to be sold, and there's still Donnarumma that's out there. So I don't know all of the behind the scenes, but that plays in a factor with regards to why there's a risk of playing Ederson. I also want to say this: more experienced, right? Been there, done that. Ederson and Ortega have made that Trafford mistake. Trafford.
Ederson made that against Spurs.
Exactly. Trafford made a mistake, which young players do, and if we're gonna hold our hands and say play the young guys, right? Whether it's as a goalkeeper or out in play, and we say play the young guys, expect mistakes like these. So are we gonna pick and choose who gets the?
No, Vita, you
play?
cannot play. Vita, you cannot play an inexperienced goalkeeper Premier League wise against Spurs. You can't. I'm sorry. And Edison's on your books. He's on the bench. You can't.
But at the same time, we've seen experienced players that are Prem ready make that
Yeah,
exact
but
mistake.
what is the likelihood that Edison makes that mistake against Spurs? How many times
He
has
did.
but how many times has he done it in 9 years?
Do you remember his last game?
In 9 years,
game?
how many times, Kelly, has he done it? In
But
9 years.
It's rare that
Ederson's
It's
made a
rare.
lot of bozo mistakes.
It's rare. How many
rare
times?
that Ederson will make that mistake. Come on.
But I would have told you, I would guarantee you, I would have told you Trafford was going to make that mistake. In fact, I told you in the WhatsApp group, oh shit, Trafford is starting. I knew it was going to happen.
That's not the reason
Any
we
manager
lost the
knows.
game.
Every
All who
manager,
blame Trafford.
every coach knows his players. They know the weaknesses. And we all do. But pride is evil.
So let me understand this.
Evil is pride.
If you were a manager,
FYI, Donnarumma's made those mistakes too.
You're not playing Trafford for this game. What big level game are you playing him in? Is he not playing in any Big Six game?
Trafford is not good enough to win the championship for Man City. I'm sorry. He's not.
Well, he's not right now, but I don't think anyone's picking him to be our number one keeper
Kelly,
right now.
Kelly, he's not elite and he will not be elite.
Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about.
Have you looked at a crystal ball
He's
and
not
saw
elite,
these
and he will not be elite.
You're also hallucinating about this thing. He ain't the guy. He ain't.
This is what our manager is trying to protect these players from.
Okay,
a poor game and then being written off for the rest of their career.
Mukana to keep the protect. I'm telling you, right? On the weekend, if that boy starts for Brighton, he's gonna make a mistake again. And we're all going to be here saying, "Oh shit, why didn't Pep do this?" I'm telling you.
We score some goals because
okay,
we scored no goals against Spurs.
Do you remember?
Do you don't score?
Do you guys remember the preseason we played against that Italian team, Como? Right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the moment he almost made the same mistake again?
Palermo.
Yeah, but that was but that was his first game for us. Now, come on, man.
He's not, Osas. He's not ready to be the number one for this club. He's not.
He's not going to be the number one, though.
He's not going to be our number one. He's going to be our number two.
Then why did he start against Spurs?
Because Ederson is injured, right?
No, who said that his head is gone? Who told you that? Are you in his head?
Did you look at him? Did you look at him during the game?
He was on the bench.
Disinterested the entire time.
So you look at him and you think his head is gone because you look at him.
Yeah, I look at body language and that helps me determine.
Really,
gives me an idea of how someone's feeling.
In the training clips you saw, you didn't see him encouraging the team and saying, "Come on, guys, let's play." You didn't see him. What are we talking about here? What is going on?
Okay, what?
Well, then you have to ask the manager because he picked Trafford and not
Okay, you think we lost the game because of Trafford?
I was gonna say quickly. Yeah, listen. I was gonna say one thing. Yeah.
Hamza, wait.
Let me just say
this guy.
second.
You think we lose the game because of Trafford?
Let me say one thing.
We didn't score a single goal. You can't win a game if you don't score.
The game's
on the midfield and the strikers didn't score.
But listen, the expectation Trafford is so much higher. It's because any fan that wants Trafford to start.
Okay, this man is gone. This fraud Hamza is gone.
Thank God. He's being caught down.
No, I didn't get rid of the name.
Why'd you cut off?
I'm glad his internet is shit.
His internet is poor. Can I ask something? I think for me personally, I think I said it already. I said I don't think, okay, I'm gonna speak fair. I don't hate Trafford. I just think sometimes the budget is too big for somebody when you come in. And I thought genuinely that Ederson will be here for 1 year and Trafford will be under Ederson. And then Trafford will play certain games and in that way he will get used. I just think there's pressure sometimes on these kids. Maybe that's the reason why sometimes Pep protects some of these kids. I know we blame Pep, but maybe that's why he protects some of these kids. Because Trafford, I get it. He had 29 clean sheets at Burnley. But guys, that's the championship. Burnley is Burnley. Man City is Man City.
But yeah,
Kevin.
but
This is Man
Patrick,
City.
why are we focusing on Trafford?
No,
What
no,
about
no,
the
I'm
goals
not.
that we missed?
No. You're making a mistake. I'm not saying anything negative.
Who
I'm
started
answering on
Trafford?
Trafford.
Ask yourself that question.
I'm saying I think Trafford in time will become one of the best keepers, and he'll become the number one for England in time. And do you know what? Let me tell you, low key. Since we're doing a rebuild, then let's play Trafford because it's a rebuild, isn't it? But you know what? Let's make it a full rebuild. I also want Kusanov and Josko as the first choice defenders. I don't want to ever see Diaz and Stones. Diaz and Stones should be subs.
So that's
Where are
what.
you,
Patrick,
Alex?
but I
Patrick,
don't
let
want
me.
to.
You're
But
a
Patrick, no,
Patrick,
one second.
but
Let me
Patrick,
finish. 1 second. Let me finish. The problem is, I told people before, no one fears our team. No one's scared. No one's scared.
So the aura is gone.
1 second.
The aura
Let me
is
tell you
gone.
something. Yeah, bro, the
Hamza
aura
is
is
a
gone,
fraud anyway.
man. Oh, listen, the aura is gone, man. You're
But
lining up
Hamza,
Burnley.
you
1 second.
contribute to that.
1 second.
You
No, 1 second.
contribute to that though.
1 second. 1 second. The aura is gone. They don't fear us. They've seen us struggle. You can't
No
even
aura,
sell.
no
1
sunshine,
second.
nothing.
1 second.
Just
You're
good.
struggling. You're struggling to sell players. Your fans are begging, "Oh, Galatasaray, please come with a bid. Please come with a bid." Because you know what? You're desperate. You look desperate. Do you remember Man City begging for players to leave? "Oh, please come, Galatasaray." Galatasaray will never shop at a team. Barcelona is to come for our players. We saw Bayern Munich begging for our players. We had big clubs, Real Madrid knocking for our players. You know what? This is what it takes. When your standard starts to fall, you don't become fearful. Tottenham walked into our stadium, battered us 2-0. Fans were chanting ole, ole, ole. And then people had the audacity of thinking, like we're still, it's the second game of the season. Guess what? Let me tell you something. Patrick, let me tell you. There are people that told me that we're going to win the league. Second
This
game
season?
of the season.
This
second
season?
game of the season. Yeah, this season. Spartacus told me we're going to win the league. Yeah. Second game of the season.
He's
Guess
not
what?
wrong. If he believes it, he's not wrong though.
I don't remember him saying that.
No,
Hamza,
Spartacus said
Hamza,
we
No, I do
Hamza,
believe we
that's
will.
his opinion.
One second,
No, Hamza,
Adam.
Hamza,
Adam, one
if
second.
Spartacus thinks we're gonna win the Champions League, that's his opinion.
No, but let me tell you, Spartacus.
Yeah, who cares?
No, 1 second. And guess what?
Let
I've got
people
1
have their
second.
opinions.
1 second. I told people we're gonna finish third. Listen to me very carefully. We're gonna finish third, whether you like it or not. We're gonna finish third minimum. Yeah, we're not finishing. Your play. I feel
Hamza,
sorry
how
for
much
Reinders.
money do you
We're
want to put
better
on
than
the line?
Arsenal. I'm not buying this crap.
Bro,
Hamza,
Arsenal have
Hamza,
a better defense than us.
Hamza,
I'm telling you
Hamza,
now.
Hamza,
Arsenal
talk.
Football
No,
Club.
no, 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 no,
They
no.
don't have any
Arsenal
creators.
No, Kelsda,
No,
Adam,
we
can't
let me
bet
finish.
it's
Let me
haram.
finish.
It's
no,
haram.
Patrick,
Adam.
Patrick,
It's
Patrick,
haram.
No,
Patrick. I was
Eberechi
quiet,
Eze.
but Hamza,
Eberechi Eze.
you say this. All this took, Hamza. How much money are you putting on the line?
1 second.
Oh, Adam is
It's
haram.
not.
Adam, my
Listen.
brother,
No,
is
okay,
haram.
Patrick, it's for
It's haram.
charity. Patrick,
Nah.
it's for
I put,
charity.
listen, I put
No, it's for
£100,
charity.
£200, £300. What do you want?
Okay,
Tell me what
for
you want.
charity.
Ooh.
Tell me what.
All right, cool.
I'm confident.
I
I'm
thought this
Hamza,
was
confident.
you're putting
haram.
that for charity, yeah?
I've never gone to a confident
Okay,
team that's seen that. Listen, I've
Patrick,
seen
please
this team.
clip this.
Patrick, a team that lost to Al Hilal, fans were saying, "Oh, it's only a friendly, no one's taking it serious." I thought, hold on, really? We got smoked by Al Hilal, smoked by Crystal Palace, smoked by Tottenham. Listen, I am scared going Brighton away. Patrick, listen, look at my face. I am scared. I am scared.
I can see your face.
Are you going to the game?
Frightened. I'm going to be in Qatar.
Hamza, remember we have a £200 bet on Liverpool winning 20 games on the bounce, right? You remember that, don't you?
Liverpool, no, I didn't. No,
You remember this bet? I'm gonna come for you, mate.
1 second. Liverpool have only won 2 games at the end of the day.
Hamza.
No, the bet was 20 games on the bounce, not 2.
Patrick, let me say something. Patrick, what was the most important position that we needed to fill in
Right
December
back.
last season? Right back.
Right back.
Has that Hugo Viana managed to get that position right? Has he?
No, he doesn't. But he said in the comment today, he said in an interview that we're still working on transfers.
Okay, so by 1st of September, if he doesn't get it, he failed. He failed, and the most important position, you've come to a football club, you knew the deficiency we need, and you failed to address it for 9 months. And don't come out and say, oh, he had only 2 months, and take away his 4 weeks holiday, and 3 weeks he was with his parents. And hey, I told you guys.
Wait. He was his parents. How did people know he was with his parents?
People saying, people said that this guy was on holiday and everyone.
Oh,
listen,
they know his parents? Who said that?
I'm judging Hugo Viana by getting a right back, by getting a midfielder. I told you before, even my midfield, Nico Gonzalez, guess what? I get sent stats by Barcelona fan called Double O to tell me, listen, have trust in him. Trust him. I trust him, but why is Pep not playing him? Why is Pep play? Why does he look slow?
He
These
started
questions
both
I'm asking.
games.
Because he's not a 6, Hamza. He's an 8. We're
He started
trying
both
to
games
make
this
him
season.
into a 6.
Hey, you see our family, they protect any failure we do, yeah, and anything. Listen, Nico Gonzalez is not an elite player. Zubimendi would have been a better signing than him. I told you.
He didn't want to come. Hamza, he
Listen,
did not want to come to City.
Listen. Zubimendi would have been better than him. Our wingers.
Yeah, but he
You know
doesn't want
what?
to come, so that's a mute point.
Our wingers don't scare you. When Mamouche is not banging in goals, you're only bringing the likes of Dopo Savinho. He looks desperate.
Hamza,
We
you
don't.
see our wingers.
Hamza, can I ask you real quick? Hamza,
No,
can I ask you real quick? No,
Spartacus,
let me just ask him one
isn't this
thing
the
real
same
quick.
Hamza that was what? Yeah, parading, Savinho, like he was the next coming of Ronaldinho or R9.
He said baby Ronaldinho. He said.
What did you say about Doku?
No, that was Doku. That was Doku.
No, Spartacus. I can go through every single tweet of Hamza's, about Doku
Who
and
has that kind of
Savinho.
time?
Hamza,
Adam has.
Adam, where are we gonna finish? Adam, say in front of everyone, where are we gonna finish? Go on. You seem very confident. Go on.
No, for me, look, I could see us challenging, but maybe we'll finish in the top 3.
Where are we gonna finish? 1, 2, or 3? Don't be that specific.
I just said to you, top 3.
Huh.
I think we're finishing second.
Why not?
Okay, so okay.
Wait, Hamza. Why? I should not. Wait, 1 minute. Why? I should not have confidence in my team.
So we finish.
Is that what you're trying to imply?
One second. There's a difference between 1 and 3. So I will finish with
No,
first,
but Hamza,
second.
answer the question. Am I not allowed to have confidence in my team and say that we're gonna challenge for the title? That's my opinion. At the end of the day,
we're gonna finish. So we're gonna finish 1 or 2nd, number 1 or 2. Yes.
that's what I just said to you. I just said to you, yeah, we will challenge for the title. If we finish second, we finish second.
So and we're not letting this Arsenal. Who will finish top? Do you think? Most likely. Who do you think?
Look, Liverpool. Listen,
I'm still
look,
big on
Liverpool. Look, Liverpool have made good signings.
They're getting Isak, so yeah.
They're getting Isaac. They're winning the league.
Look, even Arsenal have made a good signings as well. We just have to get our shit together and then see what happens.
Gassing some of their players.
Can I also bring one thing back that Hamza said? Teams don't fear us anymore. So you don't think Haaland, Foden, Rodri, Reinders, Josko Vardio, they're not scary players?
You've got. Listen, you've got.
No, Hamza, yes or no?
Foden's not a scary player anymore. I'm not scared of Foden. If I'm a player, I'm not scared of Foden. What am I
You're not scared of a PFA Player of the Year.
Wait,
you're scared of fucking Florian Wirtz. Wait, Hamza, give me 1 second real quick. Give me 1 second real quick. You were scared of... No, Hamza, just 1 second. You were scared of Florian Wirtz, who scored less goals last season than GNA, actually, than Foden, who also scored less goals in the Bundesliga than Mamouche. Wirtz scored less GNA than Mamouche in half a season. Foden... Wirtz had the whole season to outperform Mamouche, and he still didn't make it. So you're saying that he's scary, but Foden and Mamouche are not. Is he scary because he's wearing a red shirt, or is he scary because he has the numbers and he's a killer? Because I don't think you're being quite consistent with that one, mate. Because if he's a killer, then you should be scared of Mamouche and Foden because they overperformed them.
Spartacus, why are you doing that?
Foden was not always scary player.
Spartacus, why are you doing the accent? I see what you're doing there. What are you doing?
I'm taking the piss out of Hamza because he just keeps saying this.
No, Spartacus, you talk like a baby assistant.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
like a what?
You talk like you are Baby Guardiola assistant guy. You always say positive things. You always say everything is good, everything is not bad, everything will come together.
Have you heard me after this first game?
You don't criticize anything. You always get something like everything will be positive, everything will be good. Football doesn't work like that, my friend.
Hey, listen,
my friend, have you heard me after this first game?
And he was laughing.
If I hear you, I
You
hear
heard
you.
him talk about Donnarumma.
No. No, he always says something about
You know it
boss.
is, yeah.
About
It clearly shows that
Donnarumma.
you've not met Spartacus, because Spartacus after that Spurs game had a lot of stuff to say, and
I
you
think
said
Pep
that
got
you
it
could.
massively wrong. I
Yeah.
think he made many mistakes in that game, and I think that there are signs to be concerned. But I also think that if you go back to Wolves, I think there are things to
Spartacus said we don't need a
excited
keeper.
about.
Donnarumma's better than Trafford, man. Spartacus.
Because
When
Hamza,
oh my god,
you
man.
said
Oh
this
my god.
plenty of times. Hamza,
Hamza, you
you
are
said this plenty
Hamza,
of times.
Hamza, you are
But
waffling, my friend.
you still didn't give me an answer to how does Donnarumma make us win against Spurs?
Bro, the save he's gonna make is a leader.
Which save? No. Tell me which
doesn't-
save he's gonna make.
He doesn't panic like how Trafford is panicking. I feel sorry for the guy. I'm not
Okay,
panicking.
that's Hamza. That's
Flanagan's
1-0
wearing
for them. That's 1-0 for them. How does he help us get out of Spurs press? Because if you understand football a little bit, you understand that you use the goalkeeper as the extra man to be able to bypass a press. So how does Donnarumma help us with that?
Now with his
I'm waiting.
He cannot answer that because he thinks you are right. He cannot answer that.
I'm waiting, Hamza.
I think Hamza doesn't have to answer that on his own. The thing is this, right?
You know, it's like, you know, when you're in the Sahara Desert and you have that tree going around. That's how it is when it's answer when you ask a question.
Go ahead,
yeah,
Don't Smoke. Big up to Don't Smoke. I haven't seen you in a long time. Big up to Don't Smoke. Go ahead.
The thing is this, right? There's many ways to play football, right? The thing is with Donnarumma, we can actually play the long ball to Haaland, right? You don't always have to pass from the back, literally. Like
Trafford did that in the first game. Did you not
wait,
see
no,
that?
but my
there's
thing
a
is this,
difference.
right? No. Okay, let me answer you. The thing is, elite keepers win your football games. There are so many finals that I've seen Courtois win games for Madrid, right? Literally, like there was a final whereby they were shitting the bed. Liverpool were
I
all
agree.
over them.
If it was Courtois, if we were buying Courtois instead of Donnarumma, I would be right there with you. I just don't believe that Donnarumma is as good as everybody's thinking.
No.
Because we can go in plenty games where his shot stopping has been questionable at least. We can go even this season, Arsenal in the group stages. Dodgy as hell. He was at fault for both of the goals. We can go back last season. Okay, you want to go where it matters? Let's go to the season before then. What did he do against Madrid away? Yeah, he gave them 2 goals. Let's go to Italy then. They're qualifying for the World Cup. What happened against Macedonia? What happened against Macedonia?
Can I answer the thing is, if you ask a question, let people answer them, right? Let
Go
people
on.
answer your question, right? The thing is this: if you're looking for individual games, you will find them against any player, right? There is no player that will be perfect every game. It's always when it matters, will you show up, right?
Yeah, you said games where it matters. I told you games that it matter, and he didn't show up.
My buddy, let me answer. You don't have to always talk, right? You've asked a question, let people answer you. My thing is this: whenever City is playing and an attacker goes past our defense, it is automatically a goal. Like literally, we always know it's a goal. We are the only elite team whereby when you bypass the defense, it's a goal. If you play a Liverpool or Madrid or any top team, beating the defense doesn't always equate to a goal. And that's what we need. If you're gonna win the elite competitions, you need your keeper to back you up when your defense is having a shitty day. And at the moment, our keepers don't give us that. You bypass our defense, goal. And in the Champions League, which is a cup tournament, you need your keeper to bail you out. And at the moment, there's many times we've been knocked out because whenever the opponent got 1 or 2 chances, they converted, and that was a game. Whereby when we go on the other side and we bypass their defense, it doesn't always equate to a goal. And at the moment, Donnarumma is our best option at that.
Can I back up you? The reason we are signing Donnarumma is because of Before our in our dominance years, we were killing the games for first half, 3 or 4 goals of first half. Right now, we cannot kill off the games. That's why we need a goalkeeper that can save us.
Are you guys gone or you're still here?
I think he's gone. He might have a connection issue.
But I
Or
heard that
phone call.
Donnarumma is not.
Can
Is
I
not
just say
happening
one
again.
thing real quick?
I thought that Donnarumma is not happening again. What's going on?
Hopefully no.
Who knows?
Now,
Either way, I don't think
this is the
Trafford's
thing.
going to be at the Bernabeu. We'll just say that.
But they just said
You
that
know,
Man
he's
City and
Kevin. I
City
could probably
extra
see
said
it
that Man
happening
City are
towards the
keeping
end of the transfer window.
Trafford
No.
and Ederson. So,
Well, then
For the
somebody
lad
has
that
to
just
buy
said the
Ederson.
Champions League, for the guy that just said the Champions League, this is my opinion and my opinion alone. I am the type of person who is always saying, if you win the Champions League, good. The thing you have to do is win the league. If you win the Premier League and you get eliminated in the fucking group stages of the Champions League, fine, I don't care. So for me, it is the thing for me, the most important thing for me, it's Premier League. You win your domestic competition, and this is the base of everything in football. Domestic competition is everything in football. If you win that, you have a great season.
Let me just say 1 second. 1 second. Let me finish. Adam, don't interrupt me on this. Listen, we signed a keeper from Burnley. Let's just say this: we signed a keeper that has no experience in Premier League football. We signed a keeper that we expect to give him confidence when he's never had the pressure of winning the league. I'm sorry, you can be patient as much as you want. This is not here to practice. You're not here just to make players. You're here to make sure you win trophies. Yeah, Manchester City is a big. No, 1 second. Manchester City is a big club. We can't be giving confidence to only youngsters because you guys want to produce youngsters. I don't care. If the youngster is good enough, you fight for that position. And the second thing I have to say, I said Patrick, I'm telling you now, we haven't replaced yet KDB. We have not yet replaced KDB. That asset that we lost here is not good enough for Cherky by himself. Again, we keep going like undergrading ourselves, like significant downgrading every player that leaves this football club. We're going to shop at the market of like 40% fragrance off or something like that. These players are not good enough. Doku is not a replacement for Mahrez. What are we doing here?
Be careful.
Savio is not. 1 second. Savio is not a replacement for Sterling. It doesn't matter what people say. Like now, Bernardo Silva might be leaving. Yeah, next season's last season. People are not even looking at who's going to be featured. Echeverri is just been loaned out to Bayer Leverkusen. These guys are putting their market on players who are not proven. I'm sorry about this. And I'm telling you now, Pep has to swallow that pride. You know that pride? Pep took this step of making sure that he lost this quality signing. Now Pep knows no matter how great you are, quality is what wins you league titles. Defense is what wins you league titles. Fantastic attack will win you league titles. When you're deficient in your back line, when you're deficient in your goalkeeper, when you're deficient going forward, it's a red flag galore. We've become a red flag galore. Like literally, fans are thinking that they can match other teams who are stacked with players. Look, no matter how much you say Arsenal are, they want to sign Eberechi Eze. Eberechi Eze is a good player.
He doesn't start for us.
Dude, that's another overhyped English player. Chill out.
Wait, Hamza, does he start ahead of Mamouche? Hamza, no. Then answer me this. Does he start ahead of Mamouche?
These guys, what they want to keep mediocre players on the bench. No, hold on. We've got mediocre players on the bench. Let me repeat again. We've got mediocre players on the bench.
Yeah, well, they're going to be on the bench. They're not starting games.
How many of our players will walk into top sides? Other than
Six.
Rodri,
6 or 7.
other than Haaland.
You don't need to Spartacus. You know, I'm starting to think, yeah. I think Hamza just wants us to just sign every Crystal Palace player. We may as well just sign Crystal Palace, the whole club.
Are you whining about us signing Wolves players? Why do you want Crystal Palace players?
When me and Patrick,
No, Spartacus, if that's the case, we may as well just buy out, what's their name, Crystal Palace as a whole.
Can we go back into this Donnarumma thing? Why do you think that PSG are getting rid of Donnarumma and kicking him out the club?
There's some
It's
fans
a
that
contract
want.
dispute, man.
No one's
It's a contract dispute.
Patrick.
Nobody
there's
wants
It's
to
more
answer that question.
expensive to buy Chevalier than to give Donnarumma a new deal. So that's not an argument.
There's some fans who wanted Morgan Gibbs White for 70 million. 70 million. Oh my
We're
god.
not signing Marquise
Right,
White. Let him
really?
go.
No, but look at the standards that people just galore. Like they galore at Burnley players, they galore at Wolves players. I've never seen.
Hamza,
Like,
you're
look
glorying
at yourself.
fucking Eberechi Eze. What are we doing here? You're glorying Eze.
Also, Gibbs White is better
Eze.
than Eze.
Is better than Savino.
No, but
man.
the thing is, we emptied
Gibbs White is better than Eze.
No, but we emptied as if Crystal Palace didn't beat us in the final.
Bayern Munich.
When me and Patrick were saying get Olise over Savio, our fans were saying, "Oh, who are you to know that?" A guy who's proven in the
Hamza, you were twerking for Savio at Girona. What are you doing here,
I
mate?
wanted Olise.
Hamza, I can go in your Twitter and find at least 15 tweets of you twerking over Savio.
It's the first time in the season I'm not gonna hype up any bullshits. I am gonna speak my truth, Patrick, and let people not silence you, Patrick. Same way, I will not be silenced on what's crap. I will not
Hamza,
be
then
silenced
answer me
on poor
this.
gameplay. I will not give
You're saying, Hamza, you're saying about...
One second, let me finish last statement. I'm going to predict this. Patrick, this is what's going to happen. First thing is they started saying when we lost second game, it's only second game. Then it'll be, it's only third game. Oh, guys, but why are you being ungrateful? We won 4 league titles. Why are you thinking about it? And then it'll be like, oh, guys, it's a rebuild. It's a rebuild. So we'll come back to the same cycle the Arsenal fans talk about. Yeah.
Can I
Hyping
ask
up
you
to
then
start
two
the
things
season,
then, Hamza?
mediocrity acceptance. That's what happens. That's a cycle has become. I'm watching this season on people like Adam. First, I've lost you. You're lost. I pray for you. One day, God will return it back to standard FC. You're gone. You're gone. Give up.
Hamza,
I'll ask you this once again. No. Let me
you know
get
what I'm
this
gonna
real
do, yeah? Patrick, every time Hamza calls me out, yeah, I'm gonna donate, yeah, to any charity of your choosing. Because every single time, this guy cannot go without a day, yeah, without calling me out, whether that be on Spaces or shows. Look, just because I may not agree with some of the stuff he says. Yes, Hamza, you can't lie on this show. Yeah, I've agreed with you. Said that our wingers are not good enough, and I agreed with you. And Spartacus has been on them in them spaces, and I've even agreed with you. And I said to you, yes, I agree with you on that topic of the right back position. I said that is an absolute neglection. But then you are the same guy, keep going around and say, your standards are just because what? I don't agree with some of the stuff that you say. Yeah, it's part and parcel about football. That's the beauty of football. That everyone has their own opinion. There's some shit that Patrick says that I don't agree with. There's some stuff that Kelstar says that I don't agree with. But
No
doesn't
way.
mean that
Everyone agrees with me all the time. How dare you?
Now, before Hamza, before you go, let me just say one thing. Mr. Goldbridge, why do you keep dividing the fan base between Standards FC and No Standards FC? Mr. Goldbridge, why do you keep doing this thing where you just keep saying one side is better than the other between the Standards FC and No Standards FC, as you just did it right now, as we were speaking? Why do you keep doing this, Mr. Mark Goldbridge?
There's so much gaslighting that people have
No, Hamza, don't go around saying gaslighting. Address the issue. You're using this for content to make money. Fair enough, just own it. You're doing a Goldbridge, fair enough.
Listen, okay. Thank you very much for calling me Goldbridge. Yeah, big up Goldbridge. I don't slander anyone or whatever it is. But listen, at the end of the day, I just believe that already after what I saw on the weekend.
Are you not the host?
Patrick.
What do you want me to do? I thought people are cooking. People are cooking. I'm listening.
Patrick,
Hamza, I don't know why Hamza is a fraud, you know. Hamza is a fraud.
Hamza.
You are the first person that will hype up all these players. You call you be talking, Hamza. You call Doku baby Ronaldinho. Because of you, they all come from Doku. Now, what did he call Savino? Baby? And because of him, it's because of Hamza on Twitter. That's why everyone is having a go at our players. He hyped up every player. Nico Gonzalez, he hyped him up. Now he's saying it's not good enough, right? What's it called? Kusinov. Any player that we buy, this guy will hype him up. then
Kevin, keep
everybody eyes
preaching,
will
my
be on.
brother. Keep
Everybody
preaching.
everybody eyes will be on that players. And it goes to every show to hype up our players. When we play against Wolves, Patrick, everyone was saying, "Oh, we are back." I tell Patrick, we are not back. It's just Wolves. Let's wait. Even this Spurs game, it's this Spurs. Let's wait. But Hamza is just is looking for that bragging right. This season, City is not going to give you that bragging right. We are the underdog. Always remember, Hamza, we are the underdog now. So you can't go to any show to pump your chest because now you're saying this player is not good enough. No, even Rodri was not good enough when we bought him. Did any of you remember? Rodri was not good enough was not good
Hey,
enough when we
people were
bought him.
calling Rodri's Flodri.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
Rodri, and he's too stupid for the Premier League. He can't do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back now. I took a small hiatus. I'm back now.
The
What
first
did I miss?
season that what's he called Bernardo Silva played, it was not good enough for City.
So who's good enough though, Sas? Who would they talk about now? Who be the best?
No. Hamza is just saying that none of the players are good enough.
No,
They
that's
are
not true.
not.
No. They're good enough now. They're good. Now just one or two if you say get
He's not
come
good enough.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, come on. We know who they are. Now, Rico's not good enough for the first team. We know that.
Is Turkey good
the
enough?
first game the first 5 games that Rico played, right? I will give this to Carl. Even though he cooked against Salah, Carl said it to me and Patrick said it. He said Rico is not good enough for this team.
Yep.
He said it. And it's not that he's just saying it now. And people were having a go at him. So Hamza will come here and hype up the players and play a baby calm down on Twitter, then dance and everything. Then at the end of the day, people will come for us. Do you know how many stray that City cash just because of Hamza? Just because of Hamza. So all these players Patrick, I'm not gonna lie, all these players that we bought, that Pep bought, is gonna ease them in. He will use the old player to ease them to the team. He has always, but now he's just back as it's not working now. But he needs to change his system because we are so easy. When every team, their first 2 shots on goal, one must go in. One must go in.
Does he usually change the system halfway through the season though?
Yeah, but why is it that when we you know that we had more big chance than Spurs on was it Saturday? Do you guys know that? We have more chances. We are Alan, Turkey, Mamouche, Foden. They all miss. But at the end of the day, I know we blame Pep, the system and everything. But Ruben Diaz, what happened to Ruben Diaz? Where is Ruben? Where is the best defender in the world? Where's the PFA player? Where's the
Maya Jama?
Because you know why? Because the hype was too much, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Especially the women in the fan base, they made him big-headed.
After one season, I've seen Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz take more picture than the defender he does.
I'm telling you,
Man is always taking picture like it's like a top model for Playboy magazine or stuff like that, right? He don't even have time to defend. And you know why? Before he used to lie on the floor, use his head to block the ball, use all his body to tackle. But now he don't even try anymore.
Do you know another thing also?
Do you know what? Patrick,
Kevin, before I forget, you know another
me
issue? Do you know another issue, Kevin? I think because he thinks he can't get dropped. I think he's too.
Do you know what pissed me off, Patrick? When we played against Bournemouth last season, when we beat them, was it 3-0, right?
Yeah.
In our 18-year boss, man, this guy was doing backflip to defend the ball that was that was in the scoring position, like so calm, like he didn't even care. Like I was like, what's wrong with this guy? And we're trying to qualify for Champions League, and people will defend that. And the funniest thing on Saturday, Doku came. What time did Pep start Doku on Saturday, Patrick? If anyone remember, what time did he come? Did he start playing on Saturday, Patrick?
70th minute, I think so.
And everyone was having a go at him,
especially Adam.
Every fan base.
But Osas, we know why did they attack the guy now.
Yeah, they were attacking somebody.
We know why did they attack the guy now.
And he's the only person.
Stones is not getting any flack for being poor on Saturday too.
Who?
Huh?
Stones. I thought he was very poor.
Yeah, but and wait.
But no, Alvaro just says Diaz, Diaz, Diaz. What about Stones?
But, yeah, but wait. But Doku, right? Doku gets slandered for little, right? But last season is because of Doku that we made top 4. When he was coming up.
Has anybody thought about the fact that maybe one of the reasons why the players are struggling is because they are concerned and they don't have confidence in themselves to defend 40 yards from the goal?
Yeah.
Right? So there's panic and they lose their edge and their composure because they have to defend 40 yards from the goal. Has anybody thought about that? Right? So I give the example of we go to Forest, the one we lost 1-0, and that game really broke me. I'm like, you're going to Forest. You're trying to play Highland against Forest away. You don't have to do that, bro. You don't have to play a Highline against Forest away. You can play a mid-block and let them have the ball for a minute and then kill them in transition. And if they don't want to attack, wait on the ball now. We play 0-0. We carry our points. We come out. But you want to play a Highline against Forest at home. Forest at home, they have 30% possession, and they're sitting back and hitting you on the break.
Well, he said he will never play. He will never change his way. We have been playing Ireland for the past 8 years. That's what he said.
Yeah, but see that's where he lies though, right? Because I remember the Arsenal game at the Emirates 3-1 when De Bruyne scores. Guess what? We had 30% possession and we played a mid block and we won 3-1. So make it not the bobo, because now bobo be that in the bobo. We fit do it. We can do it. We can do it. We did it against Arsenal 3-1. We had 30% possession and we killed them in transition.
But I don't. Yeah, no, I'm leave it. Sorry.
No, I mean, Victor, these are uncomfortable conversations, right? But they're just the facts. And listen, you know I like the guy. You know how much I like the guy. But you know my job, the way I think is I ask the questions about what are you doing? Everything I've learned in coaching, my whole philosophy of the game was based on what you taught at Barcelona, you did at Bayern Munich, you did in 17, 18, 18, 19. What happened to you? What are you doing? Why?
But when you say when I hear you say the why, is that the same Pep that won the treble?
Yeah.
So the Pep at Barca and Bayern is the Pep that won the treble here at City.
Correct. But then again, Vita, since the treble, teams have figured out how to beat your inverted fullback system. Very easy. 1-2 balls in the channels, in behind, because those guys are older, they can't catch up. You're in, score a goal.
So this is why I find it a little challenging, because the inverted fullbacks is not the Pep of Barca and Bayern.
That's my point. Exactly.
No, wait a second, real quick.
That was Lum. That was he started with Philip Lum. That was Bayern. Vita. The thing is, the inverted fullback and high flying fullbacks didn't win us the treble. There was 4 defenders playing as a box, so he had to evolve and basically adapt, because he realized that what I'm doing is basically exposing the tools that I have. And that's what we're saying. Look at Enrique. Enrique adapted at PSG, and that's what made them win the first Champions League.
Yes. But how much praise was he getting prior to having that accomplishment, right? Because there's going to be failures before the success. And I find too many of us are praising when we see the examples elsewhere. But when they've had the failures before those successes, everyone's on mute. Everyone's quiet. So yes, we can point out. Sorry, go ahead, Don.
No, go on.
I was going to say, yes, we can point out the instances where said coach got it right this game or got it right this season. It should not just be a blanketed. All right, now this manager's great. This manager has shown bravery throughout their entire career. No, like there's flashes of it. And I agree. This is why I said earlier, I agree with questioning the manager on whether he's going to be able to get it right.
No, Victor, the thing is naivety is given grace when you're novice. Right. Pep's been coaching too long to know.
Can you hear me?
to know the things at hand. The
What's
thing
going
is, you
on?
have slow defenders, but you decide to play a high line against quick opponents, you will get exposed.
Carl,
Outside of
And that's
Husanov, who
our
do we have as a
problem.
can
fast
I?
defender?
Can you guys
We
hear
don't have
me?
Husanov.
Can anybody hear?
Josko
Can anybody hear
Vadio.
me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear
we
you.
can hear you loud and clear.
Carl, can I
Sorry.
ask you one thing real quick? So you want to
Yeah,
play
sure. Okay.
the flying high wingers, right? Fullbacks,
I
sorry,
want to go
fullbacks,
back.
right?
No. I want to go back to exciting, dominant, quick football, the way we played in 17, 18, 18, 19. That's what I fell in love with.
Okay.
Right?
Can
And
I
maybe the
ask you
treble
two
season
things
was
then?
one season where we adapted, right? But I want to go back to that. That's what we enjoy.
Now, okay, then you want us to have overlappers with on the wings so that the winger can be one-on-one with the fullback, right? This is what you want us to do.
No, I want to have 2v1s, overload either wide or central. Pick one. Or
Okay.
alternate it.
So for that you want the overloads, right? The overlapping fullbacks to do that, right?
That's an option. There are two ways to overlap, either overload centrally or in the wide areas, right? You could choose
Okay.
one of the, you could do both. But what we've chosen to do is overlap all the time centrally because we're inverting the fullback into midfield to have more numbers. The problem is that if you don't have the discipline to control the ball and you lose the ball, you're exposed in the wide areas. And it's simple to play against.
In your system where you want the fullbacks to go high and wide, then you still have the same issues because if you lose the ball, you still have the channels exposed and they can still beat you with pace in the back line.
It depends,
So
right?
it doesn't.
You're not having two fullbacks go at the same time. You alternate,
But there's
right?
still the channels are still exposed if you do
No,
that.
not really. No, it's not. Because let's say you have a back four, and let's say you have, Kusanov playing right back, and he goes up forward. You switch to a three. Your left fullback tucks in, goes next to the center back. So you have three coverage.
Okay, but then you're lopsided in the attack because
Yeah,
then you have a player going wide.
but where is the ball? Where's the ball? The ball's on the
So
right
you're gonna
side.
play it on one side only.
No, then you switch it. You go left again, do the same thing. But you always have coverage, right? Either side, based on where the ball is. People see the whole system is based on where the ball is, right? Can I overload with the ball left or right? The problem is that we invert inside, we lose the ball inside, and then the flanks expose at the same time. Because either a 2-3 or 3-2 at the same time. Easy to play against. You never see Mendy and Walker bombing up at the same time. You won't see it. It's one or the other. I always say, whenever we played Liverpool, right, it was always the battle of the lefts. Because they were always attacking on that left side. We attack the left side, they attack on the on that side with Salah. So it was always the battle of the left and the right. But we've inverted now and we left the spaces in the channels, and that's where Palace plays through. That's where Tottenham plays through. That's what they all play through.
Can I then ask you this one thing then? Can't you achieve the same by doing underlapping runs with the eights instead of having the fullbacks go and do the 2v1? You have the wing.
Just keep the eights there to overload century, so you have at least a three in the middle at any point in time. Keep them
Because my
there.
thing is, if you have the fullback central doing the 8th role, he's closer to his original position, which makes it easier for him
Yeah, the
to
problem
go back
is,
and defend.
Spartacus, the problem is that that's not how these kids grew up learning to play the game. When you're a left back or a right back, you know that you can either overlap, underlap, or you just sit. You're not inverting to be a midfielder because you don't have the technical quality to do so. You have to relearn that again in the Premier League with how many games to go. That's the issue, man. That's the problem.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to disagree on this one because I think
No,
we have
the
fullbacks
issue
that can
is
do
you also
that.
need the speed to go back
Okay,
into your original position.
I'm going to leave you guys here with Kelster. Kelster, you take over.
I have to go myself. I have practice.
No, but keep talking.
I have training, so I'll be listening in.
Yeah.
Good luck, Carl.
Yeah,
I
we'll
mean,
go a little while longer, but I have to start work soon, so.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, listen, there is a problem. That's why we're all moaning and complaining about it, right? There's something wrong. And we're trying to find answers. If not, everything will be good. Can't lose to Spurs 2-0 beginning of the season, man. At home. First game at home. You're losing 2-0 to Spurs. Come on now. Former champions. Losing 2-0 at home to Spurs. We're not Man United. Listen to Arsenal now.
You know, to back you,
did
Carl,
lose to Spurs in the
I think
treble.
one of the biggest problems we have is I don't mind losing if we're playing entertaining football. Right. The problem is when we're losing and we playing bad football at the same time. So basically it's like double punishment. Right. Pick one struggle at a time. Either play exciting football whereby we can see what you're trying to do, and then we lose, we'll take that on the chin. Like, no, the players are going for it. And that's why your Barcelona and your PSG were so exciting last season. Because you could see these guys were going for it. Right.
Smoke. Listen, Smoke. I mean, the other day, my high school team played a scrimmage against a very top team. We lost 1-0. But I can tell you what happened. The coaches came and said, we've never played a team that plays with that level of intensity. We've never seen it before. Even the referees came and said, bro, your team, top. Love the way the guys played. Why? Because I'm using the same tools that this guy used in 17, 18 that Klopp used. Exciting, dynamic football. You may not win the game, but the respect you get, bro. People should kind of say, that's football. Not this cautious, I'm afraid of the transitions. I want to, no. When your manager says, when your manager says, I cannot compete with the transitions, the hell is that? What does that mean? I can't deal with the transitions.
You know, Carl, to back you up, and that's why most Arsenal fans are crying. Because they playing terrorist football, and they're not winning the league. The reason why people loved Mourinho is that guy would bore you to death, but he would show you the trophies. Now, the problem is when you don't have both. Like, your eyes are sore, and you have no silverware at the end of the season.
So would we be fine being Spurs then? Playing entertaining football, but not winning shit?
No, the thing is, you need don't play mindless football, right? Don't be Angie, right? That's why they fired him. Like he was just crazy. Whereby you have 8 players and you're still playing a crazy high line. That's now just being stupid, right?
That was
You're not saying
entertaining
be
though.
senseless. No. But 17, 18 was not senseless. That's what we're trying to explain to you. That the thing is, we've played this football before. It's not like we daydreaming here about something that hasn't been done before.
17,
Pep
18.
has shown that
17, 18 Don Smoke was the definition of perfection. Did
Exactly.
we win the Champions League? No. But by God, did we enjoy that football? I mean, it was perfection.
Would you be saying the same if we lost the league?
No. Carl,
we didn't lose the league, right? We got 100 points.
100 points.
Carl, I got this question. You know what I find weird? Yeah. I'm trying to ask myself, the question. How is it that under Pellegrini and under Roberto Mancini, I saw that stat that we've beaten them 3-1, 3-2, 5 something or whatever. But against Pep, we just seem to somehow, some way, I don't know what it is. It's just that we struggle against Spurs. But the only thing that I can think of is that Pep is overthinking it. That's the only thing that I go back to.
I mean, we beat the Spurs 4-2 before.
Oh yeah, he does.
So how is it that
We're down 0-2 in that game also.
No, because Carl, the thing that I'm trying to ask myself is, how is it that with Manuel Pellegrini, with Roberto Mancini, whenever we play these scumbags, we've beaten them and we've gotten a result, but I don't know how it is. But whenever it's Pep, it's like, I don't know, is he scared of them? Or is it just
overthinking it?
I don't know.
I think we just don't have our best team ready right now. And
yes,
Kelly,
the top teams, you really need to have your best team. We don't have them available right now.
Even then, when we had our best team, guess what? We've still lost the Spurs or drawn.
But why are we acting?
What do you expect?
Why are we also ignoring the fact that Spurs are better than they have been? Like I've heard a lot of us praise. I've heard a lot of us praise PSG, and they just lost that game versus PSG and that manager over there, right? This isn't the same Spurs, so we should have played better 100%. I'm not absolving the club or the manager of that, but it's also not like we're playing a rinky dink. We should have easily beat them because they put up a very good fight versus the team that everybody said, look at their beautiful football, look at the bravery of this manager, look at what they did against PSG.
To answer your question, I think it's more of the manager. Pep has struggled against Thomas Frank, Brentford. Yeah, so as I'm saying, the thing is, Pep has brain farts against certain managers.
Enrique just struggled against this same Thomas Frank.
No,
Thomas Frank is a good manager, lads. We have to understand this.
I'm
He
saying
took the
that
double over
Pep
us in the triple season.
Pep's issue is always the manager in the change room rather than the team, because Pep would beat Ange, right? Because Ange is senseless. I'm saying there's certain managers that have always had Pep's number, whereby against them, Pep will change a working formula and it will just try some crazy genius stuff just to be like, no, I came up with this and not the players. And that's always been our issues. And we say, keep it simple. Put the players in the position to be as effective as possible. And sometimes Pep doesn't do that. Like, for example, like we've been crying out, you have Kusanov, right? He can basically do Diaz's job. He's aggressive on the ball and whatnot, but he's quick as well and he's good in the air. You know your issue, you're struggling in transition. Play him as a right back and let him tuck if he has to. But no.
I think there is a very big issue with playing him at right back. Is a right back, he needs to know exactly when, not exactly, but very well when to engage and when to just jockey the player to the sideline.
No, I'm sorry to cut you off, Spartacus, but why I say I disagree with you, because when I saw that Liverpool game and when what's his name Kusanov was playing at right back, I saw this guy running for his life, track back from his side to get to the other side to help who was it? A certain Portuguese man called Ruben Diaz. And that was one of the games where I said, I have full confidence in, yes, I get, look, 100%. I'm not denying that. Yes, Kusanov can at times say be a bit rash into say a tackle, but I think that is to do with say the age.
Hamza,
With time, I think he can do that.
Yeah, with
I
time.
agree. I think with
Exactly.
time he can
this is
do
Adam.
that.
I'm not Hamza.
Kusanov was tasked with against Madrid. He was tasked with marking Vini. Vini had to switch
Vini
lines.
is not as good. Vini is not good.
Buddy.
No, but it's still a difficult marking. But yeah, go ahead, Don.
No. How many times have we been saying that if we don't have Walker, we're gonna have a problem against the
I gotta
right
go,
wing,
guys. I'll talk to you later.
the left wing of Madrid.
Right.
So
Bye,
many seasons.
Carl.
Bye.
Good luck, Carl.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here soon. So get your last takes in.
The thing for me with Kusanov, and this is just. It's a situation where when you have a fullback, let's go to this Liverpool game where he went from one side of the pitch to the other one to help Ruben Diaz. That was only good because the player on the ball didn't think about switching the play. Because if he goes from one side to the other and then the player carrying the ball switches the play and Diaz is through on goal 101, we're not saying that was brilliant from Kusanov, are we? Like,
But we can make so many hypothetical in football about past games. What happened is what happened.
I think we should also recognize that Kusanov is one of the players that remained here. He wasn't sent on loan. I think the club are going to integrate him. I love his pace, but I would prefer his pace as a center back than a right back, because we can't ignore there's also, and I know some of you will like roll your eyes or whatever, but there is a huge communication factor from your center backs. Your center backs talk to everyone, especially with regards to set pieces and getting everybody lined up. And I think that's probably something he's working on. I'm excited for him as a player. I think he could solve a lot of the problems that we are facing with a slow of foot Ruben Diaz. We get the command, we get the general back there. He's dictating everything. But when it comes down to challenging in the air and being swift of feet, he's lacking that. And I think Kusanov, a little more time, is going to play that role. But yeah, man. Again, I think we're kind of like we're waffling a little bit because we're all over the place. We can criticize many aspects with regards to the team, but when we look at who we're fighting against, I don't think, and I know Professor Habs was speaking earlier, I don't think Arsenal is a perfect team. I don't think Liverpool's a perfect team. We know that Chelsea's not a perfect team. It's just a matter of, again, how will we set up to play against them? And I'll take my chances with, like Kels mentioned earlier, a healthy Rodri and Foden coming back. I think we're maybe looking to outscore teams versus how we've kind of controlled things in the past.
Don't forget Josko Vardio either.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
a
yeah, we
massive
need
Probably our best
difference.
defender.
Yeah, we need him healthy too, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
wait,
guys.
and now
Your
you see
last
why
point in,
I say
Adam.
I got confidence. Why I say, look, if we do get our players back, I have a slight confidence in that. Yeah, we will challenge for the title. But Hamza says no, I'm being negative, or not being negative, but I'm being deluded, or I don't have no standards. What for saying that? What that I have confidence in my team challenging?
I think listening to Hamza is your first mistake.
The guy is crazy, man.
No, we love Hamza. He was great on the show. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. I gotta go to work, so I need a minute to kind of get ready for work. But we want to thank everyone on the panel. We had an amazing panel today, up to 10 people at one point. That's pretty insane. We want to thank all the people in the chat with the comments. And I don't know if he showed this super chat, but we did get this. We did get a super chat in. He said, "Look who the back four was against Real Madrid last year." I'm guessing
Thank you very much.
I'm guessing that's alluding to Kusanov, but I don't know if that person's still here. So we just want to say thank you to everyone. Pat says we'll be back tomorrow at 7, so we can have a chaos show part
and
4
Kel,
or
you know what? You know what's the first? Yeah, for the first time, I've actually agreed with this short man Kevin on something.
Kevin's not in the club today.
Yeah, normally me and this short man are enemies, but what he said towards Hamza, yeah, we agree. For the first time.
Hamza is our problem on Twitter.
See,
Oh my God.
peace is possible. We can have peace on these streams sometimes. It doesn't
When
all have to be this chaos.
Hamza start playing that baby calm down on Twitter, it pisses me off, man. I know he's
You know,
gonna.
you can mute his Twitter. You don't have to follow it. Just
No.
remember,
He's gonna.
if you don't like someone's opinion, you don't have to
but-
see it. You can
Wait,
not
I
watch
like
it,
when
or you can mute it.
No, the only thing I like is when he mock Man United. I like that. But I'm just saying, when he hype up like baby Ronaldinho, when he go on channel start calling our players' name, of course they're gonna be eyes on them. Then they're gonna come from them, because that's why I said Doku. The way people hype up, you know that 7 goals that we scored against Bournemouth, that Doku assist. How many is it? 5 assists. That was when I know that he's fucked. Everyone's gonna cook him. Everyone's gonna go on him. So at the end of the day, I think we're gonna challenge. But I like the fact that we are underdog this season. I love
There
that.
you go. All right, we're gonna wrap it up on that. Like and subscribe if you haven't. We're getting really close to that drunk stream, so hopefully with your guys' help we can get there soon. So big up the panel, and like I said, Pat says we'll see you tomorrow at 7. So until then, everyone have a great evening.